energy this morning. I like what's going on. Feeling it.
The NBA Rising Stars rosters have been announced, and we got a good group of rookies. We got a good group of sophomores, and we got a good group of G League guys. We're going to dive into that. We're going to talk about what the rosters look like. We're going to talk about who got snubbed. We're going to talk about the whole format of the game. I'll get to that in just a second because we also got some other things we got to talk about, fellas. We got to talk about the players of the week. Who was it in the Western Conference? Which Laker was it? And who was it in the Eastern Conference? Which guy up in Toronto, up north, got named player of the week? I promise you, it's not who you think it is, but he was well-deserved of it. We'll talk about that. Also, we got to talk about Paolo Banchero and Donovan Mitchell. They had a good old shootout last night. Good old-fashioned shootout at the OK Corral. We got to talk about that, as well as Luka Doncic's major night. Luka, well, he doesn't just lead the league in scoring for a reason. He's not just one of the better distributors in the league for no reason. And he's not just a top 5, 3, 1 player in the NBA for no reason. We'll talk about that. And we'll also talk about the NBA's new power rankings. There is a new team that is hailing at the top of the NBA power rankings. We have to talk about this team, give them their flowers. And you obviously know this is player's choice. So we got to talk about whether it's deserved or whether it's a fluke, number one. But fellas, let's go ahead and dive into this NBA Rising Stars game. Before we get into everything, Mars, Chill, Pin, I just want to give you guys the quick layout for everybody in the chat and for you guys too if you don't know. So last night, Monday, the 2026 Rising Stars were announced, and there were a number of players that were selected for the rookie team, 10 players, and then there were 10 players selected for the sophomore team, and then there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 players selected for the G League team. But these players were selected, but there are going to be 3 teams that the rookies and the sophomores will be drafted to tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern, before the game on Peacock, which is the Bucks versus the Sixers. So before the Bucks versus the Sixers game at 5 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern time on Peacock, these players will be selected. Now, here's how it's going to work. For everybody that's wondering, there's going to be a mini tournament just like last year. There's going to be 4 teams. 3 teams are going to be selected from the rookies and the sophomores. So the coaches that are drafting, which is Carmelo Anthony, Vince Carter, and Tracy McGrady, they'll be the honorary coaches, and they will get to draft from the rookies and the sophomores. So it'll be a pool of all the players that they'll get to draft from. The 4th team, which is coached by Austin Rivers, will just be the G League Rising Stars team. And so the format it's very simple. As you guys know, it's 4 teams. Team A will face Team B in the first semifinal game.
Yeah.
Team C will face Team D in the second semifinal game. The winner of both games will advance to the championship game. The 2 semifinal games will both go up to 40 points, and the championship game will go up to 25 points.
All right.
I'll give you a prediction. I'll give you a prediction right now. Tracy McGrady's team ain't making it out of the first round.
Yup. I could get with that. So Ron, I just want to make sure that I'm following you, right? So we got all of these different guys. In addition to having all of these different guys, we're basically going to play a tournament style, and at the end, we're going to see who's the best team of all. What is it? Is it 12 guys? Not 12 guys. I'm sorry. What is it? Like 20 guys? Okay, so we're going to see who the best team. To be honest with you, I'm actually liking this format off the strength that I think that I'm going to get some. I may get some guys to compete. These freshmen and these sophomores, I may get some guys to compete. I am a little disappointed that Ace Bailey wasn't selected, but I don't think he deserved to be. I don't think he's playing well enough to be amongst the rest of these guys. But there are some guys that I'm very surprised about. I mean, this kid Cedric Howard, Ron, he looks like the real deal. He does. He looks like a cornerstone in Memphis. He looks like a guy that I can actually build my unit around. That's why I am willing to come off of what they're doing in Memphis, because with him, Zach Edey, and this kid Wells, I might be onto something if I can build around these 3 guys. I may very well be onto something. But the snub that not necessarily. I'm not going to call him a snub, Ron, but Ace Bailey is probably the one that I'm disappointed in because I didn't expect Utah to be this good, and I expected him to come in and do more work than he's done.
I do want to say this before we really get into the rosters. Make no mistake, this is going to be the best part of All-Star Weekend. Remember last year? Remember Benedict Mathurin? Who was Benedict going head to head with? It was Benedict and
wasn't Brandon Miller, or was it?
It might have been Brandon Miller.
Was it Brandon Miller, Ron? I think it was him and Brandon Miller going at it.
But this game's going to be competitive.
Yeah, it is.
These guys have something to prove amongst each other and amongst the league.
Now, Ox, I'm more partial to the skills competition, so that's mostly what I look forward to during All-Star Weekend. I like the skills competition, but this rookie and sophomore game looks like it could be something special. And Ron, pay attention to these G League dudes, because these G League dudes is trying to get on somebody's roster. So pay attention to these dudes. I know that Draymond was really critical of them last year. Like, you don't deserve to be playing on Sunday night. I worked up right, and I very well get that. But I mean, a lot of these guys are working their asses off in the G League to get a roster spot on an NBA roster. So
some of them already have a roster spot.
All right. Well, Draymond's just an asshole, but I like the I like the 3.
Is he wrong?
I like the 3-point.
No,
contest.
Yes, he is wrong. But we don't got time to get into that.
Wrong or not, whatever. He's still an asshole, whatever. But I like the 3-point contest and the skills competition is cool. But Chris Paul couldn't even do that honorably last year. You know what I mean? So
damn, he did cheat in the skills competition with Wemby, didn't he?
Yeah, no honor.
I don't mean any disrespect, but I gotta watch Ron Harper Jr.
Yep.
And Elijah Martin playing a game that I will not, which would have been the game that Ace Bailey and Jamal Shed could have played in. In terms of what Draymond's saying, he's not wrong, but I get it. I'm just saying, a lot of worthy guys got snubbed.
Shout out to these dudes working hard to get exposure. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to them
dudes.
Shout out to
them.
Word.
Hanson Yang, we getting some Hanson Yang minutes, okay?
Maybe so.
All right, when the G League dudes come out and serve these dudes.
All right, shout out to China, man. Them dudes.
Can we get some Bronny James minutes? Can we get some Bronny James minutes in this? Did he play for the South Bay Lakers?
Has he played enough games for them?
Could he play one? Could he just play one game tomorrow and just get him in the game? Make a call.
I think last year was a little bit different. Yeah, I think because last year he was actually playing good in the G League. Yeah, I think last year he was playing really good in the G League, and like this year, I don't think he's been down there nearly as much. So I think that's a little bit different today. But as far as these G League dudes, I mean, what don't they have to play for? I mean, they have to be out there. Like, they ain't under guaranteed deals. Like, at any point, I could be going somewhere else. I could be out the league. So, like, this is a chance for me to showcase exactly who I am, what I am, show my professionalism. I'm not good enough to be dogging it in an all-star game. I'm not. I'm trying to solidify myself on a roster spot, on a roster in the NBA. So if I'm coming out to the all-star game, I'm playing hard. I'm not just going to go with the motions like everybody else. No, I'm going out there and I'm attacking.
Yo, and fellas, before we move any further, let me actually be a good host and put this on the screen so you guys can actually know the teams. So we have a team full of rookies, we have a team full of sophomores, and we have a team full of G League players. As mentioned, these are the rookies, as you can see on the screen. And for our audio listeners, the rookies are Cedric Coward, Ye Gordioman, VJ Edgecombe, Jeremiah Fears, Cooper Flagg, Dylan Harper, Trey Johnson, King Kong Knipple, Colin Murray Boyles, and Derek Queen. As for the sophomores, we got Matas Buzelis, Stephon Castle, Donovan Clingan, Keyshawn George, AJ Mitchell, Alex Sarr, Reed Shepard, Cam Spencer, Jalen Tyson, Khalil Ware, and Jalen Wales. Thoughts on these rookies and sophomores? Mars?
I like this.
Mars.
Mm-hmm.
Was cool. Shout out to them. What am I meant to say? I don't know. Shout out to them.
Yeah, these are two
Was-
squads. So these are two squads.
They are.
Is this what the team should be?
I'm surprised, Ron. I'm
I
surprised.
couldn't tell you how many players are there? 20 something. I couldn't tell you I couldn't tell you the 21 best rookies and sophomores. I'm not gonna pretend like I have a list to know where they all rank and if they got the exact 21 names. To be honest, I'm not gonna pretend like I could. Would have liked to see Ron Holland there.
That's what I was thinking.
But it's not like anything crazy. So yeah, I mean, these guys they're gonna go out, they're gonna play. Are they gonna compete? Who knows? Who really cares? But it's nice for them
fans
to be
care, Moss. That's who cares. The fans care.
Not really. The fans don't really care about this. But yeah, like shout out to them. They gonna hopefully we get a Benedict Mathurin moment. That was cool. Hopefully we see that with whoever. But I couldn't tell you the 21 best rookies and sophomores.
Are we only concerned with guys in terms of improving? Are we only concerned with them as bucket getters? Are we? And I understand, Mars, that scoring is the most important part of the game. I do get that. But are we only gauging this on guys who are better bucket getters? Because when I look at this list, like you can't tell me that Ryan Dunn didn't get better this year. I think Ryan Dunn is having a really good year. Right. And in addition to Ryan Dunn, Ron Hollins, I think Ron Holland is having a really good year this year. He's like night and day from last year. Last year, he looked clueless. He had no idea what he was doing. He's starting fights and stuff like that. This year, he's way more engaged. I think he's better on the defensive end of the floor. He's actually able to knock down open shots. So with that being said, I mean, when I know it's an all-star game. I do get that part. And I do get the fact that, people look at points per game, right? I get that. But I mean, when you're talking about guys improving, I think that the overall landscape of it, I think we have some guys that have improved that did get snubbed.
Yeah, but I mean, in first, Ron Holland's still a part-time crash out. But
he will flip out on you. Yes, he will.
Yeah, he's still a part-time crash out. But I mean, I'm not even going to call any snubs or anything like that or doesn't deserve. I like these rosters. Maybe there could have been a guy on here that should have been or didn't. Like that's all. It's all good. It's part of it. That's how it goes. But like that sophomore team is fire. I like all of them. And then the rookie team, I know a little less about them than the sophomores, but it's a squad. Like all these guys can play ball, and I hope they really go after each other. Whatever the format is, I just hope they really get after each other because we got the opportunity to see a good game if they do.
This kid, George in Washington, he can play. I don't think, and I know that Washington is bad, so people don't pay attention. I watch Washington because of Alex Sarr, who's also another guy that's on this roster. I watched them because of him, but I've been paying attention to this kid George. Right, I like the fact of the stretch big that what is he about 6'7", something like that? 6'6", 6'7",
maybe a little bigger.
Yeah, something like that. Right. So I like the fact that he can stretch the floor the way he can stretch the floor. I like the fact that he can put it on the floor like he does. I like his game. I do. I like his game. Something's going on in Washington. I know as bad as they are. Mars, you've told me this countless times over the last 3 years. They might be the worst team in the league. From a young talent standpoint, I mean, they got 3 guys on this roster, right? With the rookies and the sophomores. They got 3 guys on the roster. Something's going on in Washington in terms of talent. They got something down there. They just need to put this thing together.
I agree. Three good young guys, and then whoever they draft this year, that should be their core going forward. Yep. Assuming good lottery luck, I'll be upset if they get not upset because the 5th pick this year is still probably going to be good. But if there's ever a year for them to get a top 3 pick, it's probably this year.
I think this year they got 10 picks for real. I think it's 10.
Are you talking about 10 picks. Players in terms of the?
Yeah, it's 10 perfect picks you can pick out of this draft. 10 perfect ones. Like that may not be superstars, but they will be contributing from year one. I'll say that. From year one, they should contribute. Like I think the first 10 picks is by far better than the first 10 picks of any like the last 7 drafts, probably.
Which I'm glad you brought that up, Drench.
Further than that, Jordan.
I'm glad you brought that up, Drench.
This draft is good.
Because Ron, I was actually thinking about this. So these 4 guys that we have in the draft, and I want to stay on topic here. So these 4 guys that we have in the draft, the first 4 guys, the Bonster, the kid from North Carolina, Boozer and Peterson. I think, and I'm going to say it, this may be the equivalent to James, Wade, Melo, and Bosh.
Nah, I ain't gonna do that.
I don't think there's a LeBron. But
yeah, I ain't gonna be able to do that. It might not be a Dwayne
but
Wade.
It's hard to. It's basically impossible to project. Oh yeah, look, top 20 players of all time. Like it's hard to do that.
Wade wasn't even Wade in his draft.
Yeah, but that's why I said it's hard to do it in hindsight because we know what Wade became. Bron, everyone knew. Melo, everyone knew. So it's hard to like project. But like from a talent standpoint, yeah, this is high.
Dwayne Wade was the third pick.
I think it's more. I think it's
and not only that, he was nasty at Marquette.
Melo was third.
I was doing.
Right.
I think they knew who D Wade was. I think
D Wade was nasty at Marquette.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He was nasty,
but he wasn't projected to be what he ended up being.
I didn't think LeBron was going to be like this. I didn't think. I think Melo was probably the closest one that lined up with what I thought he was going to be. I didn't think Bron was going to be the best basketball player ever for 20, 30 years.
I don't think anyone can
but to be fair,
D-Wade was going to be as cold as he was.
Yeah, but
Bron was being labeled that.
If you would have told people pre-draft, LeBron James is still going to be in the NBA in 2026.
Well, no, not that. But
not even that, Mars. We knew Bron was going to be the dude, but y'all didn't know Bron was going to be that good.
If you say you did, you lying.
They were saying he was the next Jordan. Now I know they were saying that for a bunch of people. LeBron is literally the most.
Yeah, but people say that, but then him actually doing it,
way different.
But we all knew Bron was going to be one of the best players ever for sure. But you didn't know Bron was going to do what he did to the Detroit Pistons in 2007. Nobody seen that. Like, nah, no way. Bron exceeded expectations.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. That's my point. That's all I'm saying. Yes. Even Bron exceeded expectations. I think Carmelo Anthony's the only one that kind of lined up with what we thought he was going to be. And mind you, Melo was better than Bron for a little bit, coming into things. But we don't got to get into all that. We don't got to get.
If you look at it. If you look at the landscape of this draft, like we got some ballers. Not this draft in 26. I'm talking about the draft that we just had. Like I think VJ Edgecombe. I think he's the next iteration of the great two guard in the game. I mean, I think Cooper Flagg. I'm looking at an All-Pro and an All-League defender in the same year at some point. I think he's that good. I don't like his game just on one side of the basketball. No, I think he's going to be one of the. If we're not having a conversation about him being the most complete basketball player in the game, it's a failure because everything that I've seen from him on the offensive and defensive end should translate 100%.
I mean, chill, but
Darren Peterson, man, I don't know,
man. It's another kid that I think by March, I was saying this earlier because I was watching film on him earlier. That Keaton Wagler kid by March, he gonna sprout up to at least be in the top 5, bro. Like 6'6", 6'6". Illinois. He just had 46.
That's the kid that had like 46, right?
Yes, bro. He's shooting like 43 from 3. He averaged 17 a game. He a freshman. Like, bro, by March, you gonna see, bro. It's no shot that he can't shoot. Like, it's no, like he got the pace, the control, 6'6" on top of that. Like, chill. I'm telling you, it's some dudes in this coming out of college. Like. They got a lot of good freshmen, and they still got a lot of older guys too that can contribute right away too. Some guys that may be seniors. So, like, man, you might see 60 solid picks. Solid.
60.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh,
no, somebody gonna make a bust pick. Somebody gonna try to be different and pick somebody from goddamn
a draft that produces 60 NBA players.
All of them. So everybody in the draft.
20,
that's
that's a good draft.
Yeah, I've never seen a draft produce 60 NBA.
I've
never seen a draft produce 30.
Maybe
yeah,
not. It's gonna be 30.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be 30.
There been 35.
25.
That's why I said that. I was gonna say that 35, 40. 35 to 45. Somebody gonna try to be different and draft somebody like Ben Sarah from goddamn the Euro Cup.
That's like 80% of the guys. That's what every 5 guys hate.
That means there's 40 current NBA players who just gonna lose their jobs for
that.
We just shooting for 25.
That's why I think they need to do something now, man. Just think about it. It's so crazy. A new 60 come in every year, and a new 60 don't lead the NBA every year. That's kind of crazy. But
That's
so I
the
think they need to do
don't
something
come
about
in.
that.
That's
but-
because
don't
that
come
new
in.
60 that come in, all 60 of them dudes ain't NBA players. That's why.
No,
They're not gonna
I
make-
agree with you on that one, but I'm saying chill. It's at least 35, 45 guys in this draft. I'm telling you that you're gonna see next.
Man.
That maybe not next year, but in the
Mm-hmm.
2 years you're gonna see them. But for sure that I know that's gonna play, it's gonna be at least 30 that's gonna play next year. You're gonna have one on every team damn near that's gonna get some tick. That's gonna be legit for real. Legit. I'm telling you, it's some guys in this draft, bro.
Ron, I
There's
really
some
like
guys.
this kid.
How is that possible? Because if Cam Boozer goes to OKC, he's going to be in the G League.
Oh man, don't start this shit, man.
Hey, shout out to the Clippers,
Okay.
man. The Clippers are making that
My
so
bad, my
that's
bad.
just not going to happen. So we'll never know if he was actually
tried
going to be in
tell
the
you
league.
throwing a
boys,
monkey
man.
wrench
There's
in
nothing
like that.
static about drafts, right? Like we assume that
Yeah.
we sometimes compare first overall picks to first overall picks, third overall picks to third overall picks. We'll say, oh, this guy's going 13. He's not going to do anything. But sometimes a 13th overall pick produces the value of an average fourth overall pick.
For sure.
So I do think we've been kind of building up to this with a couple of weak draft cycles, that there was going to be like a super strong draft cycle at some point. And I feel like this is the wave. The next year after this is a huge fall off. Maybe the year after that, I haven't even looked into it because those kids are like 16 right now, but that's probably going to be a fall off. But there
Now,
will
Penn, when
be
you
a
say
peak
fall
year.
off, Penn, you say from a talent standpoint, and how big is the fall off?
It's a cascading number of effects, right? So, for instance, like the last 2 years, one of the years was really weak. Last year got weaker, right? There's a guy, Neoklas Abdallas, who was supposed to come out in last year's draft. There's Yaxel Landenberg, who was supposed to come out in last year's draft. These guys went back because of NIL money. So the introduction of the NIL, I think, it creates this sort of situation where there's going to be a bit of a bump in 1 year, right?
Which
Where-
is good, I think so.
Which is this year. This year is going to be the culmination where a lot of the older guys who went back for the second and third year for the NIL, they're going to be coming out. Plus, you got an insane, like all historic freshman class. And
That's
by
a
the
good
way,
point
it's
right
an
there, Pam.
American. It's
Coming in this year.
Yeah, well, you it coming into the NBA next year. So I have seen NBA drafts produce 35 players. I'm not actually. I don't disagree with Jordan. I think this one could produce 40.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, you got guys like Penn, you got guys, and not to cut you off, you got guys like Dior Johnson not going to probably be a first round pick, but he should get drafted probably in the second round, or something.
If he
like
came
that.
out drenched, this guy you talking about, if he came out last year, what the way he is now, he came out in the 25 draft. Where you think he would go?
Probably still second round, just because I think he kind of undersized a little bit, but
you're like 6'1".
yeah, I think because he
Hey,
undersized.
Dior better take his ass back to school and get some more NIL money.
I know y'all.
Hey, respectfully, Dior.
Man,
But hey,
Say
go,
that. At the
go,
trade
go,
deadline-
go to one of the big conferences,
Dior
Dior.
but you got to think, Ron. Dior wasn't supposed
He
to
not
go
gonna last
to.
in the
He
league,
wasn't
though.
supposed to go to Tarleton State, though. You know all that
Yeah,
shit happened to him. So
Yeah,
like, it's
I
not
know,
like
but
he
I'm saying he. But he could. I'm saying he could transfer again and go to one of them bigger schools. Shit, go to Arizona next year, Dior. I'm not saying
That'd be
that's on the
cool.
table, but I'm just throwing like go to one of them blue bloods and go get busy one more year. Go get your NIL money.
Averaging
And the
like
NBA
what,
ain't going
23?
nowhere.
He averaging like 23.
He was leading the nation in scoring. I think he's what's Cam Boozer right now, right?
Oh, no,
Him and Cam are 1 and 2.
Night, so he's
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Chill. He a 6'1" guard. He like 6'1", 6'2". He not like a playmaker or anything like that. But the kid is a flat out bucket. He better than Rob Dillingham.
He a smaller Cam
Not in
Thomas.
college, he wasn't.
What's the deal with this
For
small
sure he
shit?
better than
Jalen
Rob
Brunson
Dillingham in college.
is 6'1". What's the deal with this
Dillingham
small
is
shit?
crazy.
Well, to be fair, Jalen Brunson was a second-round pick too.
Like,
You know
Yeah,
that.
And he was the best point guard in the
That's what I'm
country.
saying.
Chill. They're
So
small.
clearly,
they're
NBA front
small,
offices
and then
care
there's
about that.
little. They're small, and then there's little.
Like Trey
Like,
Young is
there's
little.
there's a difference.
Those
like,
two things ain't
like
the same thing.
Jalen Brunson is not. These dudes aren't Jalen Brunson. There's a big difference in size. Like you could be short, but then there's a difference in
He
what
kind
your
of
body
still
mass.
stocky. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I mean,
it's
no, he ain't
different.
Drake. He ain't Jalen Brunson's like size. They about the same height, but yeah, that
Yeah,
motherfucker
Jalen
be
Brunson
getting
way
buckets,
bigger.
bro. That motherfucker be getting buckets. And then
Yeah,
you
he
still
go
got the
crazy. I
kid
just don't know.
at Virginia Tech that nobody talking about. I think he's from Virginia Tech. Is it Virginia? The little kid from overseas. He had a crazy.
Oh, I
like
know
a-
who you talking about. Yeah, they were
yeah,
comparing him to Luka
earlier on.
Yeah.
But they
But-
got so many
Neoklas
guys.
Abdallas just said him.
Yeah. Penn just said his name. But bro, they got so many guys in this draft. Chill. I'm trying to tell you, like, it ain't even necessary for you to go steal somebody from overseas. Although that guy that I think I told Mars about that plays for the other team, he definitely gonna get drafted. Them motherfuckers like 7-1 and he's 16, 17. But at the end of the day, they got some guys in this college pool. Like you're gonna be able to pull these guys and they're gonna be able to plug and play.
It
like,
sounds
right
like
away.
It sounds to me like. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Ox.
No, that was a good point that you had made a minute ago, though, Penn. I wanted to highlight that where the guys that the older guys that went back for that NIL money, those guys coming out. I think that's something, and that's something that we talk about a lot. Like, Chill, I know you highlight that when you draft an adult. You know what I'm saying? You draft the guy that's already 20, 21, already got that grown man strength and been playing basketball for a long time, can deal and actually play against 27, 28, 30-year-olds. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when you got those guys coming in, and those guys might be late first, early second round draft picks, I think a lot of those dudes are going to stick around. So I hear y'all with that 35, 40 guys that might actually be something. So
and to tell you the truth, Ox and Penn, about the NIL. That's why I know it's a lot of pushback on the NIL. But at the same time, like you getting these kids who got money, you getting these kids who still hooping with money. That's the main thing. They gave the money to these kids and they still like putting in the effort, putting in the work to get to the NBA. They might be a little bit older, but they ready now. You know what I mean? Like instead of coming in 17, 18, these motherfuckers got to go play overseas and flop out the NBA. Like, nah, these guys is ready. They've been getting money. So like, you don't have to worry about them getting more money and messing it up. I mean, but 2 million and 12 million is a big difference, though. I will say that. Difference. That's a big difference, though.
Nick in the chat, Andre.
Andre Stojakovic. Yeah.
I was concerned.
Another guy.
About him. Yeah, I was concerned about him at Cal. When he was at Cal, I wasn't sure if it was going to really translate, if he was going to be ready for the league. But then at Illinois this year, I see him kind of stepping up a little bit. So I don't know. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. He been on defense.
To get back to your point, Ron. To get back to your point.
Well, hold up, Chill. I want to switch lanes though, because I want to jump back. Like we talk about next year's draft, but I want to talk about tonight's draft. Yeah, we will be drafting. Well, they will be drafting rookies and sophomores. And my man Chosen One asked a good question: who goes first?
So what do you mean, Ron? What do you mean?
This is a draft. It's going to be a draft.
Mm-hmm. Do I want to win this game?
It's gonna be,
do I want to win this game?
Be, well, hold on, right quick, Penn, right quick. I'm gonna let you answer the question. I just want to explain the format to Ox because actually, I ain't even gonna do you like that today. Anyways, it's 3 coaches, and so it's Carmelo. Hold on, I can't remember
Vince, Tracy.
Yep. So Carmelo, Vince, and Tracy. Yeah, and Austin Reeves will be coaching the G Leagues. So out of those 3 coaches, aside from Austin Reeves,
but yeah, close enough.
They'll be able to draft between the rookies and the sophomores. So it's not rookies versus sophomores. It's that they draft from the pool of rookies and sophomores.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Austin Rivers, my bad.
So out of that,
Austin Rivers, okay. All right, same.
Ox, quick side note. I miss Carmelo Anthony. What? He was nice as hell, yo. He was nice.
I enjoy watching him train his son before the games and shit like that. I enjoy that shit. Like I be
Carmelo had us out there giving ourselves concussions. Chill. He was out there giving ourselves concussions.
But to answer your question, Ron, the first pick in the draft. Can I see the list again, Ron? Okay, so the guy that I'm. That's what I was thinking.
Hell no, Cooper Flag right there.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking.
You don't want to win this game.
I was thinking Basellas.
Are you trying to win, Chill?
Yes, I am trying to win.
I'm sure. Are you positive? You trying to win this game? Mm-hmm. And you got one name on your list.
Who that is?
Knipple. Con Knipple. That's how you.
Con Knipple is crazy.
Con Knipple gonna win you this game.
Man, why not Cooper Flag? He right there.
I don't know. Con better.
So if I had to, if I'm picking one guy to start, I'm picking one guy to start because I'm filling out the rest of the roster. Yep, I'm gonna show my age here. I'm taking Khalil Ware.
What?
Why is that showing your age?
Yeah, what's that going to do?
You picked
rookies and sophomores.
You picked a modern.
You way over
showing your age. You showing your ass.
You picked a modern big who has toughness issues and focus issues. He's not a classic throwback big, so you're not showing your age at all.
Man, Basellas.
You might have shown your age if you picked Con Knipple.
It's Cooper and then Alex Sarr.
What the hell?
Alex Sarr. What?
My
You mean
Alex
right
Sarr?
there, Drench.
That's
Yeah.
that's the one. That's the one. Take nope, not Khalil.
I need
Alex
a guard
Sarr.
in this game.
Alex Sarr is my
Jordan.
guy.
I need a guard. You can't be picking
Alex
Alex
Sarr.
Sarr in a game like
Bruh,
this.
Alex
You need a
Sarr
guard.
is the second coming.
Alex
well, not the
Sarr, a
second
guard
coming,
in
is
an
the eighth
All-Star
coming
game,
of
man. I don't know
Anthony
what to tell you.
Davis. I'm trying to tell y'all.
In
Alex
an
Sarr
All-Star
is the
game,
eighth
Ron,
coming
Alex
of
Sarr
Anthony
is a
Davis.
So Ron, I'm gonna
guard.
start
That
it.
kid from the Wendy.
I'm picking Alex Sarr to start, Ron. That's what I'm picking.
Ron,
I would go
Cooper
if
Flag.
you were a real W host, you'd have us draft all these players right now.
Yeah, you see, we're gonna do it,
But there's too many of
we're
them.
just gonna do it tomorrow, just because Penn, if a certain player doesn't get drafted in the top 5, you might derail the whole thing.
I ain't doing the real shit.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Hey,
I
but
want to
not,
say eligible.
not-
Elijah
we-
Martin
we
ain't
were-
worthy.
we were gonna do this tomorrow, but if Penn's making demands, we can do it later in the
Make
show.
some demands.
Damn,
man.
I'm making demands. Okay.
Use that privilege, Penn.
Okay.
Yeah, we ain't doing shit later in the show.
We using privilege. Okay.
Penn, you
Hey,
did bring up a good point.
Penn
about
said we're
the,
not doing this next week. We're doing it today.
Yeah, Penn, you did
Put
make
your
a
Get on
foot
your
down,
rich ball.
Oxley
But-
bring up a good point though about go ahead. I'm sorry, Ron. Go ahead.
Nah, I'm
I
saying
don't want
we
them black
can't get.
trucks. Y'all start posting them clips, Ron, man. Them black trucks will come outside.
We waiting for them black chops to roll up on your ass, Jordan.
Shit,
So you can
no,
shut the
I ain't
hell
waiting
up.
no
That's
shit.
what
I'm
we
in the
gonna
house.
do. We gonna run up on
I'm
Jordan
goddamn
ass. Yeah.
blind.
Get him. Get Jordan.
I'm-
That's what we gonna do.
I'm the shit.
Hey, Jordan,
They
I
pull
ain't
up
gonna lie. I'm
outside
staying
my
away
house.
from you All-Star Weekend.
I
I'm
will.
staying far away
Rod,
from you. And if
Rod.
you on this side of the street, I'm walking on this side of the street.
Ron,
That's
I was just playing.
I'm gonna take a moment to salute my own growth because I swear, a year ago you
just
make that
bullshit.
privilege joke. I'm up here for 10 minutes derailing the show, explaining to you how I'm an immigrant and I don't got the same privilege as Adam Sawyer and shit. So you know what, just
Adam
willing
Sawyer?
to
W
let it
restraint.
fly.
Yeah.
W growth.
Yeah, that was kind of unnecessary. I don't think I should have went there, but
You know
either
that
way it
was poor
goes.
taste. I should
Well,
have said
you
that.
suck anyway, though, Ron. So I mean, I shouldn't expect anything less from you, right? That's,
Yeah, Ron.
That's really not. That's really not something that I shouldn't expect.
I mean,
from
it
you,
was
Ron, 'cause
funny.
You suck anyway, so
So-
you know.
Well, chill. Well, the cool thing about it is, since I'm so terrible as a host, I could use an assistant by way of a new community manager. You see, over here at Player's Choice, PC the Choice, we are now hiring a new community manager. This will be paid, this will be remote, and this will start March 1st. And it will go through the duration of the season. So, we need some help and some heavy lifting during the best and most critical time of this NBA season. When March comes around, when the playoffs roll around, a L host like me could use a W community manager. And this is kind of what the role will consist of. First off, it's going to be a stipend internship, $5,000 total, running from March 1st through the duration of the NBA playoffs. You'll help manage and grow our community across Discord, YouTube, and all platforms. You'll be engaging with the fans. You'll be talking to the community. You'll be guiding conversations, and you'll be helping us, me specifically, build consistent community moments during the most important stretch of the season. So you guys, I'm going to drop this in the chat, but you'll be able to, you can go to any of our, community platforms. You can click the link in the bio, and you'll be able to apply for this. But let me go ahead and drop it in the chat. We need you guys to do what you do best and come help us grow and talk to the community. But the thing about it is only a real chat rat, only a real goofy in the chat, only a real LDBC member can really help us with this. So we need you guys, our real community members, to come and apply for this so you can help us boost our platform and talk to the world and let them know what we're really doing over here and how we really get down.
Love it, Ron. Absolutely. I love it because now we got somebody that's going to be putting some eviction notices on some doors. Get these goofy asses out of here. Let's get some real people in the community. That's exactly what we're doing. Get some eviction notices on some doors. Get some of these goofy ass people the hell out of here. Yes, sir. Absolutely. You gone.
Take your
You
goofy
buy.
ass and go
You
somewhere.
buy. You buy. Absolutely. Get their asses out of here. Mm-hmm.
Well, fellas, we'll circle back around to this Rising Stars game. We're going to do a draft sponsored by Penn and the Toronto Raptors. However, before we do that, we got to talk about Splash Sports. And we got to make our picks today because we got some good picks. We got some good player boosts, and we got some money to make. And so do you guys. So once again, click the link in the bio, and you can download the Splash Sports app, or you could simply just scan this QR code on the screen. And what's that going to do? That's going to allow you to download the Splash Sports app. And when you download the Splash Sports app, why are you doing that? You are doing that because you know basketball more than 99.999% of people on planet Earth. And why do you know basketball more than everybody else? Because you get to sit up here and listen to Mars Yap. You get to sit up here and listen to Big Ox Cap. You get to sit up here and listen to Chilltown Live. You get to sit up here and listen to Penn go on tangents about players that he shouldn't go on tangents about. And you get to listen to Jordan spaz out on player agents. But in the midst of all of that, in the midst of Swiper glazing, and in the midst of Damian giving us solid logic, you get to learn and understand all these player tendencies and what players do, what players don't do, and which players will hit their player projections that Splash Sports ultimately gives you with their quick picks game. So with that being said, you get to outsmart everybody else that is in these contests because you know the game of basketball and you know the players and you know what they're going to do and what they're not going to do. And we're going to show you guys how quick, simple, and easy it is to make your quick picks right here, right now on the panel. You guys, feast your eyes on the screen. We are going to make our picks as a panel. Tyrese Maxey?
Yes, Tyrese Maxey, because he's the boost today, right?
Ox, can you go back and show them where they can find the boost before we go into Tyrese Maxey? So when you go to Splash Sports, you will see up top that there is a player's choice 50% boost. Make sure that you get that every single Tuesday, but you got to choose the right player. And today's player of choice is Tyrese Maxey.
You also got to make sure that you pay attention to read the small print. So it says must include Tyrese Maxey, $20 max, 2 to 6 picks. Pay attention to that part because sometimes it'll say 2 to 4 picks. And if you make 5 picks, even if you press apply, it won't work. So make sure you read the fine print. That's something that an L host won't tell you because he doesn't read fine print and he doesn't get insurance on things.
Garbage. Trash. Absolutely awful.
Boo.
Trash.
Well, I do know we rocking with Tyrese Maxey. What do we want to do with Tyrese?
So considering that they got curb stomped last night, take the more. Take the more. Absolutely take the more. Yes.
And Tyrese probably had his worst game of the season.
He got curb stomped last night, literally, like dragged outside by the collar and curb stomped.
Literal curb.
And Joel playing tonight too, so I expect everybody to play better.
Yeah.
So do we want to go more on points, or do we want to go more with points and assists because Joel's playing?
37.5 on the PRA.
Y'all keep sleeping on these Hornets, man.
I'll take
sleeping on these Hornets, man.
Yes. Okay, so Tyrese Maxey, 27.5 more.
I actually like the PRA, the 37.5 on PRA. I'll take the more on the points though. All right, I'm good with that. But my good man, Mr. Ox, as I'm walking up to the counter, Ox, can I see what the line looks like on my man Leonard tonight, sir?
I could have called this from like 8 hours ago. I knew who you were taking.
Can I see what the line looks like on my man Leonard tonight, sir? Let's see. We got you.
That's easy.
We had Utah tonight. I will take. Let's see here. 29.5 on.
Kawhi is not playing. I hope y'all know that.
He shouldn't play, but he will.
Yeah, his ass ain't gonna play though. Chill, watch. Not in Utah.
Yes, he is. They need him as much as they possibly can.
They can't afford to drop these type of games though.
No, they can't.
Even though I don't think he should play, I would try
21-24. Don't look now. 15-3. Damn.
Ox, I'm gonna take the. Let's see here. I'm gonna take the more on that PRA. Yes, sir. I'm gonna take the more on that PRA. 34.5. Yes.
He must go have 35 points because his ass not passing that motherfucker.
I was about to say I'd have stuck with the points because they didn't come out in the job to pass that ball. Shoot it. Okay, but what we got next though, fellas? Who's next?
That's Denny. That Denny Avia right there.
Yes, that is.
That is Denny Avia.
The one and only Denny Avia.
Yeah. Go ahead, get on that Denny. I want to see what that PRA look like for Denny.
Against his former team.
29.5.
39.5. Not
I'm sorry,
29.
39.5.
Damn,
That's
39.5 a little OD.
Fox, you're not reading the fine print.
Do the points
What
and
do you mean?
assists. That 39.5 a little OD.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a little.
Well, I mean, it's
Come
not
on, big
fine
guys.
print. You
Read the
just-
fine print.
What are y'all talking about? Are you talking about that? Oh, because I'm. Oh, okay. Got you.
If it was 29.5, that's easy. But that 39.5, shit.
Hmm.
Oh no.
Why don't you just take the under?
Shit, you crazy.
Just take the under.
Oh yeah. Go. Take the under. Take the under. Go to the 39.5. Take the under.
No, you just saw.
Because they're gonna.
So you
Because
think? So you think he was gonna get 32.5 points and assists, but you don't think he's gonna get 6 rebounds?
No, that motherfucker might just get 35 points. That's it.
No,
He
Then
might
he
get
finna get
35
10
points.
rebounds.
The
Then
under
he-
on
then
that
he
is
be on that
crazy.
glass.
Then he does
Any
everything.
PRA is like the freest thing in the world.
Then he does
Yeah.
everything.
You really don't get it.
wait.
Don't
Mars,
listen to
you-
Penn.
Well, I said that about Jalen Johnson yesterday in his shade. So, you know.
Boo pin. Boo.
This is
Okay,
your pick. If that's what you want to do, I will. I'll click
hold up.
whatever you want me to, Drench. What you want to do? Hold on.
The
Drench,
under
what do you
on the
want me to do?
39.5. The under on the 39.5.
Okay, I got you.
Well,
Easy.
the
All right,
reason
Penn, you're up.
the reason I said that is because Drench said over on 29.5, but he didn't want to go over on 39, and I was like, well, that means you want to go under, right? It just kind of makes
Yeah, I'll
sense.
take the under. I'll take the
Like,
under.
that's not my pick. You're not gonna blame me in the group chat when that doesn't hit.
I'm not
Okay.
worried about
No,
that.
you
Penn.
guys
Just
will be in
just make your
conjunction
pick
with
now.
this.
I've been
Penn. Make your
hitting,
pick
so
now.
I ain't tripping.
Okay.
Only time I didn't hit, I forgot somebody bum ass. Oh, who was that? He wasn't a bum. Peyton Watson took goddamn 20 shots to get 15 points. That shit pissed me off right there.
Mhm.
That was the only time I ain't hit.
Who's
Speaking of Peyton
out?
Watson, they playing tonight?
Yeah, they are. They're facing Detroit, but
Mm.
another team is playing, and that is the OKC Thunder versus New Orleans, fresh off their ass whooping by the Toronto Raptors. Noticed y'all didn't bring that up.
Which we did
yesterday.
not talk about that yesterday, which I was not happy about.
We was busy.
We
I
didn't?
don't know what to tell you.
We didn't talk about that?
we
Hey,
did
I
not
watched
talk
the
about
show.
that yesterday.
I watched the
thought we
show.
got around to it.
And we was busy. We was busy.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Crazy.
So I would take this as a Shea revenge game. What's his over under? 32.5.
Are you sure? I mean, what? In
I
three
mean,
quarters, Shea
after-
typically Shea treat 3 quarters like 4 quarters. So I ain't mad at it.
Half assist. God damn.
I would take the over on the points and rebounds.
You mean the more?
Did I say more?
You did not. You said over.
Yeah,
the
you said
over.
he said more. Yeah, I heard more.
It's the same
You're
thing. Joe.
you're using the wrong vocabulary.
Dude,
I use my
it's-
vocabulary. That's my privilege.
Yeah, but that's hey
Hey,
man, the rules are the rules, man. I'm trying to help you here. The rules are the rules.
That's what we
Okay.
doing.
So I'm taking the over on that.
Oh my
Hey,
goodness
No,
gracious.
more.
Mars,
Okay.
go ahead. Mars, go
Literally
ahead.
just
Go
said
I don't know.
ahead.
He think I'm just trying to get onto him. I'm trying to help you here. More. The
You
word
know,
is
you know how
more.
it goes sometimes, man. Stubbornness, man.
Damn.
Stubbornness, man. It's okay. Go ahead, Mars. What you
Tim, the
got?
homeless guy.
It's
the same thing, is it not?
No,
Pin,
I'm
Pin,
telling
we're
you,
off
it's
of that.
more.
Pin, we're off of that, bro.
Jesus.
We don't need to hear it anymore.
Can you
Go
scroll
ahead,
down
Mars.
to find a role player, please? Can you scroll down to find a role player who intrigues me?
Mars, you and these role players.
They don't
So
let me
Nick
down.
Bay
I
right
went with
there.
You
DeAndre-
and these
I went with
rotation
DeAndre
guys,
Ayton, and I
Mars.
tried to go with a star. He let me down. This is the thing. I need to find role
Sadiq Bay
players.
right there.
Nah, that's role play mean 5.5 points. That's what I mean. And all this nonsense.
6.5 from Jalen Williams.
Grant Williams would have hit, by the way. I knew I should have took Grant Williams, but it's cool. I decided to.
They go get
By the way, Ron, who tricked the bag yesterday?
Yeah, who did
DeAndre
that?
Ayton and Jalen Johnson. Jalen Johnson was way off.
Got Gary Harris 4.5 points.
Fuck no.
Okay, we'll keep him in the back. We'll see if we find anything we
Gary
like.
Harris might not even play.
Bruce Brown.
Nah, Bruce Brown, hell no. We good on Bruce Brown.
Zeke Nash.
Was that an example?
Ooh,
of me-
Javonte Green scoring 5. Who they playing? Denver.
Yeah, Denver.
Detroit.
Yeah.
And Javonte give me 5 points. Yeah, Javonte gonna be for 5 points tonight. Javonte gonna be for 5 points.
Okay.
Yeah.
4.5 against Denver.
I would like to resubmit my pick as more for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander points.
Thank you.
And
Okay,
rebounds.
Ron.
There
So
you
Ron,
go.
what
There
you
we
got,
go.
Ron?
That's 2 to 4 picks, right?
No, it's 2 to 6. We got 5. I mean, that's enough picks. We could end right now with this.
Mars,
Hold
this is
on.
what
I
you be
thought
talking
the
about when
thing
you say I
said
don't
2 to
pick up
4
social
picks
cues?
for Tyrese Maxey.
I
Yes,
mean,
Pink,
sometimes they're more
exactly, Pink.
subtle
We're
than
trying-
me
we're trying to do
explicitly
something.
saying it, but yes.
What'd you
Okay.
say,
Yes,
Ron?
It said 2 to 4 picks to use the booth.
No, it was 2 to 6.
It was
Read
2
the
to
fine
6.
print. 2 to 6.
All right.
But we got 5. We got
good,
5.
right?
We good. Yeah.
I ain't finna throw a monkey wrench in what y'all got going on. Well, y'all really gonna throw a monkey wrench in what I got going on, so I ain't finna get involved with y'all. Y'all do y'all thing.
Hey,
I'm gonna
Ken say he want to change his to more.
He did.
It's already more. He just wanted to.
Oh,
that was his way of saying my bad.
Okay.
Honestly, I should be saying thank you, chat, because if I did not read the chat that explained why there was a differential between more
that's
and
the
the other
problem. You need an explanation all the time. Just listen.
That's what explanations are for.
All right, this is how we rocking today. We gotta hey chat, just listen to what we did today. We got Tyrese Maxey and we used a 50% boost. You guys can see it at the top. Player's Choice 50% boost with Tyrese Maxey. This gets us $20 turned into $500. Well, we can win up to $500. Tyrese Maxey more 27.5 points. Kawhi Leonard more 34.5 PRA. Denny Avdia less 38.5 PRA. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander 39.5. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander 37.5 points and rebounds. We going more on that. And then Javonte Green 4.5 points. Give us that too. We're taking the more on that. You guys reuse our picks. You can see that at the bottom. Reuse our picks or simply tell us that we don't know what we're talking about and go use your own picks. However, that's how we rocking on Splash Sports. You guys download the app and go make some money yourself. Fellas, before we get into these super chats, I do want to acknowledge the players of the week. Let me go ahead and share this on the screen right quick.
Players of the week. All right.
We had 2 good players of the week, and they go by the names of.
Wait, let me guess. Was it Scotty Barnes? Was it Brandon Ingram?
Good enough. No, he
wasn't.
Was
it RJ Barrett?
He was
it Jamal Shed?
It was the Raptors' real All-Star. That's what it was.
You told me it was a Raptor. I'm trying to figure it out. Was it Jakob Poeltl?
It was the IQ guy.
It wasn't.
It was the real All-Star.
Damn. Okay.
It was the guy with the most IQ on the team.
Least
literally.
It was absolutely Emmanuel Quigley and Luka Doncic. They got Western and Eastern Conference Players of the Week. Fellas, thoughts on these two? You see their stat lines. Emmanuel Quigley, 25, almost 7 rebounds on 61% from the field. The Raptors went 4-0 during that stretch. Luka Doncic, the Lakers went 2-1. He scored 34 points, 10 rebounds, 9.7 assists. Thoughts on these two? Well deserved.
Shout out Quigley.
Shout out Quigley. Absolutely. Shout out Quigley. And by the way,
what the hell?
Quickly. Yeah, that's what we said. It's not Quig, not with a G. It's Quickly. Yes. It might sound like a G. Manuel Quigley. Yes. Manuel Quigley.
Okay, but shout outs to Manuel Quigley.
Are we saying it too quickly?
My God.
Might be saying it
shout
too
outs to
sure.
Emmanuel Quigley.
Yeah.
Anyways, the Raptors have had a horrible stretch in December with their offense. Horrible. And he was a part of it. He was making a lot of really, really bad reads in the half court. Teams are able to zone up against the Raptors with no consequence because he can't beat the zone and he wasn't hitting his shots. The Raptors had, I think, the 20th or 28th ranked offense through most of December. It was tough times. Since Christmas, they have turned it around. They are now a top 12 offense over that stretch. He's been a huge part of it. He's getting off the ball.
Yeah.
He's playing closer to his role in New York. Now, unlike his role in New York, there's no Julius Randle here. Well, there's something close to it. There's no Jalen Brunson. So he's playing a lot of these two guard lineups with Jamal Shed, who was, interestingly enough, snubbed for the rookie sophomore game. That lineup, the two of them, Jamal at the 1, Quickly at the 2, is actually the Raptors' most positive 2-man lineup that has played over 200 minutes.
I actually like that lineup, and I remember watching them against Oklahoma City, where, especially late in the game, he does a really good job at relocating when you got this offense where you got Brandon Ingram at the right elbow. He's operating at the right elbow, and Quigley's in the corner. And while Brandon Ingram is working, he ends up relocating to the break, and he ends up knocking down, I think, 2 threes in a row. And I think that actually iced the game. I think that's the game that actually got him the player of the week, because up until that point, I mean, he was playing good. I'm not going to argue that point, man. I think he was playing good. The 40-point game that he had earlier, 40 and like 7 earlier in the week. But I think that they guarded I think your boys guarded at the 3-point line really well. I think Quigley did a better job in taking care of the basketball. In addition to that, he actually is doing a better job in taking care of the ball and getting downhill. That helps your offense a lot. So, I mean, I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. I think he is this iteration of him at the lead guard. This is what they actually want on a regular. I think this is what they're looking for from him. A guy who could play on and off the ball and be effective. I don't think that they need him to be a primary ball handler like that because they got a bunch of those guys. I mean, RJ Barrett handles the ball. Shed handles the ball. He handles the ball. So I think that this iteration of him is who they want more.
It works better when RJ Barrett's healthy. It works a lot better when RJ Barrett's healthy because I think the Raptors need to find a way to get him more off the ball. And for whatever reason, with Scotty and BI, he prefers to be on the ball and create space for them. Now, I totally understand it from BI perspective because BI has not dealt with doubles or blitzes very well this year. He's been, he's been very slow to react or very turnover prone. Scotty obviously doesn't have the shooting gravity right now because he's shooting bonkers cold from three, and he's never really had that great gravity as a three-point shooter above the break. So Quickly is kind of like the best of a lot of really bad options for the Raptors. Jamal Shed shoots like 38% from the field. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. He's a really fantastic defender. He draws a lot of offensive fouls, but he's not a starting level guard. There are teams out there with like 4 or 5 guards who are better than Jamal Shed. That's not disrespect to Jamal Shed. That's just the realistic understanding of what a 6'1" non-shooting guard can actually do for your offense. But the best thing he does for our offense, as I said earlier, is he forces Immanuel Quickley off the ball. And when Immanuel Quickley is on the ball, I feel like he drags the flow of the game. He misses reads. He is just really poor at playing that position. He's less. I have said I'd rather have RJ Barrett run the one, Scotty Barnes run the one, Brandon Ingram run the one.
Is he the problem or is it the offense? Because again, when you look at
he is the problem. He is the problem. He is the problem.
Because he didn't have a problem creating offense when he was in New York.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. His second year in New York, yes, he for sure did. Because they gave him more of a primary role in his second year, thinking that they could turn this off guard into a primary, and he failed. And look, it's just a matter of understanding that. I understand that today there's this idea that we don't have point guards anymore. But that's just not true.
Yes, we do.
We definitely do have point guards. They just score more than they used to.
That's all.
Exactly.
That's all.
But Drew Holiday still has a rhythm and an understanding of the position. Tyrese Halliburton, Trae Young, now I don't want to say Luka, but there's a lot of guys who have a rhythm and an appreciation for the position, which is to say, I know when to get guys involved and how to organize the offense. Quickly does not have that. What he is a gunner. And the more he leans into that, the more he is attacking a slanted floor, the more he is attacking off the catch instead of dribbling 8-9 times. Like he leads the team in dribbles per touch. He leads the team in times per touch. I just don't like it personally. I love him off the ball. That's the role that I envisioned for him. And I think what's really holding him back right now is Scotty's lack of evolution as a ball handler. If Scotty can get to that level where he can handle pick and roll possessions a little bit more competently, if Ingram could do it, then quickly sliding off the ball is actually a lot more interesting. If he could also become a better screener, then we could do some of that Draymond Steph stuff. So, yeah, I mean,
shout out to IQ, man. Quickly.
Huh?
Scotty becoming a better screener or Quickly?
Both. They both need to become better screeners because one of the reasons that Quickly has struggled so much is because Jakob Poeltl is his best screen partner. Colin Murray-Boyles has done a pretty good job, but Scotty is not a great screener. He doesn't take a lot of contact on those screens. He slips way too often. So I understand slip screens do work. These ghost screens be like
you do have to screen though as a big. You do have to free guys up.
Occasionally you do. The slip gimmick becomes a little bit tired when you never make contact.
Sure.
So Scotty's doing a lot defensively. I understand he want to protect his body a little bit, but yes, Immanuel Quickley does need a screener to get an advantage because it's just like with New York. Like he was always that third option, kind of just attacking tilted offenses that were already responding to Julius Randle, RJ Barrett, or Jalen Brunson. He needs that here too. He cannot be your I create everything guy. That can't be it.
From an athlete standpoint, Penn, where do you think Quigley is? Because When
He's a great
I
athlete.
that's what I'm talking about. But his skill set doesn't. I mean, it's comparable to him being an athlete, but it's comparable in ways that don't make him a better player.
Chill.
Like,
as a point guard, he's a 6'3" guy with a 6'8" wingspan. That is a very good size for a point guard position. A lot of people think he's undersized. He's gotten stronger over the last couple of years. That's very good. He is actually competing on the defensive end. When we traded for Manuel Quickley in Toronto, a lot of us were expecting a really good defender to come to Toronto. We didn't get one. For the last couple of years, I don't think he's been great. But this year, he's been better, especially lately. He's been a lot better defensively. He can be disruptive. He has a lot of advantages that Ja has. He doesn't have the vert that Ja has, but he can be a shot blocker or like a rim protector a little bit.
Yeah.
And the downhill stuff, he has the twitch. He has the twitch. He don't have the brain, but he has the twitch. Like, he doesn't have the vision for it, but he does have the twitch and the speed and the quickness and all that stuff. He has it. He has the handle too. He has a handle. He has a good shot. His shot is a little bit low. His release point is a little bit flat. So sometimes, it's a little bit harder for him. He needs a lot more space. It's a little bit like Tyrese Halliburton, to be honest.
Not really that good one-on-one going up against guys. Not really that. I mean, he could get downhill, but not really as good. And I'm sure I'm in the minority, but I just remember him as a younger player. I feel like Tyrese Maxey turned into what he should have been, to be honest with you, when I watch Quigley, because I'm seeing the athlete, I'm seeing the get downhill, I'm seeing his ability to shoot the basketball. I feel like Tyrese Maxey turned into what I feel like Quigley should have been.
What's the separation between these two?
The separation is Tyrese Maxey being able to get to the rim and score it at the rim, and not just score it at the rim. Also, his ability to separate from guys when he has the basketball. Because Tyrese Maxey, I mean, he will compete on the defensive end. He'll get in the passing lane. In addition to getting the pay, he will stay in front of guys. I think he is. I do. I think Quigley's a better defender, but Tyrese Maxey will compete. But I just when I watch him, I think that Tyrese Maxey puts so much pressure on the defense getting to the basket. And when I look at Quigley as an athlete and getting downhill, I'm like, that's what you should have been. That's what I'm seeing when I see him.
I think Maxey's release is a little cleaner, especially on contested jumpers. I feel like he needs a little less space. And I think that lack of space that he needs is what opens up the driving game. I don't actually think they're that far apart as athletes. I will say this. I read an interesting stat the other day. Do you know that Tyrese Maxey, and I did not fact check this, so somebody please fact check me. Tyrese Maxey is averaging the most stocks for a point guard since Gary Payton.
Wow.
That is insane.
Sounds about right, yeah.
And he's not a great defender at all.
Wow.
But crazy that he is that active as an event disruptor.
And since we're on the subject, Ron, of not great defenders, there's a reason why I thought that Luka was the best scorer in the game. And the reason why I thought that Luka was the best scorer in the game is because there aren't many guys that can get to where they need to get to and where they want to get to at the same time and do it. Like a lot of guys, I could get here whenever I want. But Luka knows this is where I need to get to, and he consistently does it, especially when he gets going. It's almost, not almost, I take almost back. It is impossible to deal with him when he's in that space as a bucket getter, getting to where he needs to get to, whether it's the 15-foot line, whether it's creating separation, whether it's getting a smaller guard on him, whether it's getting a big on him and basically dragging him out to the deep water. Luka is just fantastic as a scorer. I just think that SGA this season has made it look cleaner than what Luka has. But, I mean, Luka, I've always felt like he was the best bucket getter in the game. And what he's been doing over these last couple of games, like I think the last like maybe week or 2 weeks, his jump shot looks like it's coming back. He's taking better care of the basketball. He's actually making free throws, which helps. As a lead guard, I mean, to not be able to make free throws is a big deal. Like, you're the primary ball handler, you got to make free throws. And the fact that he's been making free throws, I think he had a 15 free throw game. He only missed one free throw. I mean, I think that's a big deal. So, shout out to Luka. Yeah.
Sure. After going 1 for 7 against Memphis, over the next 12 games, Luka is shooting 40% from three.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a healthy sample size. 12
and
games.
I think a lot of that is he's getting better. He's getting quality looks. Right. And I could get looks where, I'm creating separation, but that might not necessarily be my spot. That might not necessarily be my shot. I think that Luka is putting himself in space where he can make the shots that he used to be able to make. That's why I think that
I don't know. I think Luka's the type of player that 3-pointer just gonna come in waves. Some for a couple of weeks he might hit, and then for a couple of weeks he might not hit. It's just coming in waves. Kind of remind me of, like, obviously not in player sense, but like remember like Bonzi Wells used to have like stretches where he smack shit, and then he have stretches you'd be like, what the hell are you doing? Like that's kind of how Luka jump shots is. Like,
so you're saying he's streaky?
Yeah, he's a streaky shooter for sure. Like, and it has a lot to do with he just take badass shots sometimes. Sometimes he just take badass shots, but I don't know, man. I was under the thought that Luka was a better scorer than SGA, but I kind of got to walk that back a little bit because like SGA is just far more consistent at doing the same shit every night. Like Shea doesn't have like a crazy volume of threes while doing it too. Like he's getting it from the 2, he's getting it from the free throw line. Like he might make a couple threes, every now and then, but for the most part, Shea getting to the same shots every game. He getting to the same shots, and that shit is just cash. So I think there's more value in that. I think maybe we just getting bored. Maybe we just getting bored by what Shea is doing, but I think it's so much value in just being consistent and doing the same shit every night. And I think that's probably what makes him the best scorer in the game, to be honest.
Ron,
is it a big gap though?
No, it's not a big gap, but I think I would favor SGA just because of the consistency of doing what he does every game.
Okay, so my question for you would be, what's bigger, the gap between? I'm assuming Luka's your second best scorer. Is he?
Yeah, I'll probably go Luka the second best.
Okay,
yeah.
So what's bigger, the gap between Shea and Luka, or Luka and the third guy, whoever that is? I'm just trying to understand what kind of stranglehold SGA has.
Who we have as a third guy, like a guy like
I don't know.
The third best.
You sent a list to Ron not long ago. Just look at the list you sent him.
Man, I'm not finna go look at that shit, man. Hold on, I probably can't. Hold on, let me see.
The third best scorer in the game.
I think.
Let me go back and look at my
I would look at my list, but it's probably gonna say.
Yeah, you ain't have Giannis on the list. Yeah, we not gonna look at yours. Yeah,
that's fair. That's fair.
Oh, Jokic is the third for me. So
okay, that's fair.
It ain't that gap ain't that big.
I had KD as the third best scorer in the game.
KD?
Yep. I had KD as the third best scorer in the game, and I think there's a gap between him and Luka. I do. I don't think Luka is clearly better.
KD's not gonna shoot that many shots though. That's probably why KD's just not gonna.
I do think that there's a gap between those two guys.
Yeah, he shot like 25 last night.
He started off bad though. I think he was like 1 for 7 to start the game off, some shit like that.
For
the record, Ron, I'm never gonna
sue Şengün, by the way. I know you've seen Şengün.
Because every time I talk shit about somebody, they just fucking have a hell of a game.
Because Drench said that people get bored. I'm never falling asleep on a dude getting 30 on a Tuesday.
I mean, you can kind of get bored with that shit, man. Sometimes Shea just get his ass to the free throw line and get a fumble on 30. You can get bored with that shit. But
the reason why I don't is because of how clean his looks are and how
he get real clean looks from the mid range because they
how easy he makes it look, right? And the fact that he can play through the physicality that these teams put on him, not only without the nonsense, because I mean, again, drawing fouls is an art. 100%. But I do have to play through contact. And the fact that he can play through contact the way he plays through contact and to get the separation, particularly in that mid-range. I mean, I'm a mid-range guy. I grew up in the mid-range. So, of course, I'm a see guys playing in the mid-range and be more partial to them than a dude shooting a 25-foot step back, right? Because
I would say this, though. If what SGA doing don't change the landscape of how people work on their games, I think something is fundamentally wrong with the game then. Because, like, you just said it, Chill. He gets some of the cleanest looks. Why? Because it's in the mid-range. Like, I keep telling people it's so difficult to guard somebody coming at you full speed, and then you just stop. Left, right, pull up. Stop. Right, left, pull up. That shit is hard. You're going to be open. You just got to be able to make it. So, if that don't change the landscape of like what a lot of guys are doing in the NBA, instead of just working on corner threes and shit like that, like just at least get a pump fake 1 drill pull up, pump fake 2 drill pull up, or something like that. So that can change.
Jordan,
because all these
Jordan, I think we're starting to see it because
we're starting to see it a little bit more. Yeah,
not even necessarily in the league. I can't necessarily say for the league, or even college. But me and Ox, we were at the Les Schwab Invitational. It was some nationally ranked teams there. I've been covering Rainier Beach High School, #1 recruit Tyron Stokes, #1 freshman JJ Crawford, and I've been watching all these high school games. These kids are starting to get to that pull up. Like they're still shooting mad threes. Obviously, people gonna get to the hoop, but they're starting to get back to those 2 dribble pull ups, 1 dribble pull ups, and stuff like that. And I think that's in large part from Shea. I think a lot of these kids are watching Shea, seeing the way he cooks, and they're starting to get back to that.
Well,
Ron,
I'll be glad.
Even when you were saying that though, Ron, like when you were saying that day, I was still like, what? When that? Because that's when you ask me, that's D1 shit. Like that's what it is.
D1
like,
shit.
That 1-2 count pull up. I just have a problem giving SGA credit for people doing what's been happening. Like
Ox, the game has switched though. Ox, the game has switched. The game has switched to the long ball line, and if you can't shoot the long ball, the mid range. If you can't shoot the long ball, you can't play now at the guard spot, right?
Which is crazy.
If you're
so many other ways you can score.
So you guys are saying like it started when everybody was kind of spamming threes.
Yeah,
and now it's because of SGA they're getting back to pull.
Yes.
Okay.
It never. I don't think it ever. To be honest with you, and I've always been an advocate of the mid range. That's why what I've seen from Luka as of late. Luka has played in the mid post. He playing in the mid range, creating that separation and being able to shoot over the top of guys. Because the mid range opens up so much more of your offense when you're able to knock that down. But if I'm only playing at the long ball line or I'm only playing at the rim, there's so much more space in between that where I should be playing that can expand my offense. But I'm only playing here, I'm only playing there. And to be quite fair, Mars, shooting a 25-footer is hard.
No, that shit hard. Bro,
that shit is hard to do.
The line in the NBA is far as hell. That shit is far as hell. That's what I be trying to tell you.
That shit is hard to do.
That shit is far as hell,
and that's what
bro.
I'm predicating my offense on. That's what I'm predicating getting my buckets on. I'm shooting the ball from 23, 25
And not only that, chill, they don't even shoot it from the NBA three-point line. They be further out than that. I'll be like, nuts, God damn.
Yo, do y'all be seeing the threes Peyton Pritchard be shooting?
Yeah, that shit.
Peyton Pritchard don't never shoot on the line. This is always
shit far as hell.
Bugging. Hey, but my point to that though, y'all, is that I think at that D1 level of basketball though, I don't think that ever really left anywhere. Like that.
Oh no.
Getting those elbow jump shots, that rip through 1-2 pull up, 1 count pull up going either way.
Paint clogged up in college too though. That's another reason why.
Yeah, well, I just feel like that mid range game never left. Like I feel like if you're gonna be successful at the Division One level, and I know this is supposed to be an NBA show, but at that level, I don't think it's ever went anywhere. And I think that might be a reason why I favor college basketball on the men and women's side.
I also feel like I was watching. I forgot what game I was watching. I was watching a couple games, but I just had a strong epiphany. Coaches got to coach more in the NBA, bro. I'm getting tired of seeing these guys just run up and down and not a set call. I know some players get annoyed with every coach calling a set every time down, but I'm getting annoyed with motherfuckers just going fast break the whole game. Like, yo, let's stop, call something. Let's just run something. That's what they do in college. Let's run something. You got great, talented players. Why are you trying to just let them figure it out on their own? Like, can we coach a little bit more in the NBA? Can we get these guys to their spot? Like, that's another reason why I think in college they use a lot of those mid-range, because you running sets. You running shit where shit got to break down, and then now you got to read.
What are you really telling Luka though? Like, if we're being honest, like, what am I telling Luka in terms of?
I'm simpler.
Getting in the set. What am I telling James? Like, what am I saying to Devin Booker?
The hardest part. I think Devin Booker.
You just snuck Devin Booker in there, huh?
Yeah. The hardest part. I'm
just thinking about a baller. That's all.
The hardest part with LeBron and Luka sometimes, obviously more Luka, is to get Luka to run the floor. That's the hardest part. Like he's not going to run the floor.
That ain't happening.
Yeah, it's not happening. So that's a part in that. And then I don't think you have to micromanage Luka, but I do think you have to find a way to make him to buy into this. Could be a lot easier if I move you around and get you to the spot rather than you dribble it around at the top of the key. I think you have to give him to buy into that, and you have to let him do it sometimes. Like sometimes you just got to let him do it. But there's other times where we got to be creative. Like maybe he don't initiate the play. Maybe we have somebody else initiate the play. He set a screen, and then after that screen, he might can post up or slip. We got to find ways to get Luka layups. Like as much attention
off
as he
the ball.
Draw,
Off the
yeah,
ball.
we can get them layups off the ball. And if they don't give him the layup, then you know somebody else is open because all the attention would be there. So I think you have to find ways to have him buy in instead of just keeping this mindset of, I guess, I don't know if this is the right word, this heliocentric offense where guys just doing whatever the fuck they want to do and then just banking on their skill set and their talent to help you get it out. I think basketball is a strategy sport. Everything's supposed to be done with a purpose and not just solely for the purpose of letting your best player create more. So that's what I would try to buy into Luke. It's hard because number one, he don't run the floor. That shit is hard right there.
But Jordan, don't you see the value in automatics?
What's that?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay. So, chill. So, like, the automatic would be the read and react situational offense where I'm reacting to something that my teammate is doing. So, if I know that if this guy comes off the curl, I got to dart to the rim or set an off screen or something like that, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that creates a little bit of rhythm and flow. And I do understand the value of running a play, like designing a play, and what you're saying, like coaches got to coach, but I don't think that's the only way you can coach.
Oh, no, of course not. Of course not. I mean by that, I agree with you on the automatics part. That's something that y'all go over and practice in the film room about automatics. Like those sets hit differently, but at the same time, I don't think people realize how difficult it is to be actually playing the game and to see what a coach can see. Like, it's very difficult sometimes because you're in the heat of competition. Your coach is there. I think that was Aqib Talib made a great point about coaches. About coaches being assistants. I think that's what Aqib Talib was saying about coaches really are the players' assistants. That's a great analogy to that. Like, I see what you can't see right now. Let me put you in this spot. I'm giving you all the information and databases that you need to download this and to let's play. So I think letting them figure it out, I think that's kind of lazy, to be honest with you, as a coach. But you got to know when to step back too, though.
That's what I was about to say, Trent.
It depends on who the player is and what their age is, right? Like, I feel perfectly comfortable with letting someone who's really young, like Victor Wembanyama, Dylan Harper, Cooper Flagg, someone like that, figure it out because there is a value in their mistakes, right? They're gonna learn things. Like, it's one thing if I tell you,
how long though, Penn?
I was just about to say, but how many times you gonna let them do that?
When do you as a coach decide, okay, it's time for me to step in? They've made enough mistakes. They know that shit don't work. Now let me show them.
So
long enough, Fox. You'll go ahead. I'm sorry.
Like I remember Fred VanVleet. He had this quote. He said, "We sometimes don't give time, right?" And it's so simple. It's such simple verbiage, but it's like sometimes that simple thing can be very true. I think that a coach needs to take a multi-season approach to players under 24, especially players in their first 2 years. Multi-season
for professional basketball players. Ben.
Yes, for professional basketball players, I think you need to take a multi-season approach. And I think what you need to do is you need to plot data points month to month and see, okay, let's just say, for instance, I want to let him
families to feed, Penn.
Yes, I understand that.
I can't leave my job on the line for these for this dude to just figure it out for 3 seasons.
They're not working at a farm. They're not working at a farm, Ox. And every single rookie that's drafted,
you literally are working at a farm.
You literally are not. You're working.
Yes, you're growing these basketball players. I got to get up in the morning and do my chores. I got to get up before the sun come up and feed my chickens. They're not gonna feed themselves.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? This is a farm.
Just try to see where I'm going with this. My point is the payoff on a superstar or a star player or an all-star. Who's muted?
As you no, not you, Penn. Keep going, Penn. Don't you say nothing. Yeah, you keep quiet over there. You got to say nothing.
Mouth.
Yeah, keep going, Penn. Yeah.
Okay. So, like I look at a player like Keyshawn George, right? That's a perfect example. Washington ain't playing for shit. You know, they got a decent coach over there in Charles. What's the fella's name? I said Keith. Right. Okay, there we go, Keith. So I'm gonna give Keyshawn George month over month pointers. I'm definitely gonna coach him every single day. I'm gonna show him his mistakes. Even at halftime, I'm showing him, okay, when they do this, but I'm gonna let him keep making decisions. And then over 6 months, I'm gonna see if the results on those decisions are getting a little bit better. Are they staying the same? Or are they getting worse? then I'm going to adjust my approach to dealing with him. Maybe he's someone who needs more details. Maybe he's someone who needs less coaching.
But see, Penn, that's Ox's point, though. I don't really have that. We live in a different space today. I don't really have that kind of time in order to make sure that this guy is becoming better. Like, this guy's got to get better. It depends on. It depends on
if you don't want to know.
That's what I mean. But it depends on the organization that you're in. But a lot of these organizations, they don't have the patience.
You remember?
Chill. It flips that fast.
Yes.
I'm trying to help this young man become a better basketball player by being patient and taking a multi-year approach. Now, mind you, Penn, I'm not saying that you're wrong. There are more than one way to skin a cat. There's more than one way to grow. All I'm saying is that it flips this fast. I got a top 10 draft pick, and I'm trying to do this right. Eventually, he's gonna get disgruntled. Why am I not getting better as fast as this guy over here?
Okay.
The fans start talking about, oh, coach doesn't know what he's doing. Boom! Now I'm fired. Now my kids is assed out, hungry and shit because I wanna take this Buddhist monk approach instead of waking up and demanding that you get better because these are professional basketball players.
The teams that are being successful right now have done it this way. Denver has done it this way. OKC has done it this way. Toronto has done it this way. Detroit has done it this way.
That's because
how long has this dude been coaching Toronto?
This way.
How long? Well, I don't work for the Kings.
Didn't I tell you to be
I don't work for any of these teams. So how long has this coach been in Toronto, Penn?
This is his third year.
His third year. Okay, so how many? This is the beginning of his third year. Who has he cultivated and made better in Toronto?
R.J. Barrett, Jamal Shedd, Jacoby Walter,
Scotty Barnes has gotten better over the last couple of years.
Scotty Barnes, Jakob Poeltl, Sandro Mamukelashvili,
and this has been
Colin
based off
Boyles.
of. This has been Colin Moore. He just got there.
I'm watching him get better week over week.
Okay, but you just laid out a multi-year. You just laid out a multi-year situation, and this is the beginning of this dude's third year. And all I'm saying, Penn, is that yes, I understand what you've been saying because you said the same thing about Victor Wembanyama, all these dudes. Mind you, all I'm saying is that we don't really got time to wait 3-4 years for players to get better. That's all I'm saying. But I wanted to go back to the coaching conversation y'all was having a minute ago about when Jordan was saying about just running up and down the court. And I think what you were talking about, Penn, a minute ago was like kind of like just pre-coaching, you know what I'm saying? Coaching before the game and having guys in sets. We know what we're doing here. We know what like the read and react. That's something that you're coaching before.
Automatic. Automatic.
That's your system. That's
the automatic.
Running your. It's like a triangle offense. That's your system.
But it's kind of like just one of those things where so to your point, Drench, like I want coaches to get up and actually coach. I want coaches to be like Mike Tomlin and understand that professional basketball players need coaching. Professional athletes
they want coaching
need
too.
Coaching.
But the coach, that's what I'm saying. Like
they want to get better. You know what I'm saying? They want to get better.
But the coaching can be done after the game. The coaching, like what I'm trying to say with this thing about not giving time is I'm thinking about Rick Pitino, right? When he showed up in Boston and wanted to trade a player every month.
He traded Chauncey Billups in his rookie year.
Exactly, and that's kind of my point. Like these are human beings, and I'm not saying they're human beings to win sympathy points for the players. I'm simply saying that players, the line is not linear. You got to take the multi-year approach because you got like. There's so many players that we could have given up on last year, and they're showing signs this year of improvement. And you look at players like Zach Risacher right now. I'm sure the Atlanta Hawks are thinking about giving up on him. I watched.
Yeah, but what they got to do with coaching in the game, though?
Yeah, I'm not talking about giving up on players. I'm talking about just coaching basketball.
Right. To your question, Drench, I think that a lot of the coaching that we don't see on the screen, where I think a lot of that is happening in practice when teams do get to practice, because a lot of NBA teams don't practice enough. Film room, half times, things like this. I don't think like that old, college coach who's like drawing up the play on his little whiteboard, and that shit's an iPad now. You know what I mean? It's kind of like different.
The plays still pop up on the iPad the same way they did on the whiteboard.
But I literally just seen. Why am I drawing a blank? I literally just seen a couple of days ago. I want to say Udoka had a whiteboard.
You're going to need it because it's called adjustment in the game.
Old school.
I seen Udoka had a whiteboard.
That's the thing. That's the thing right there. That's the thing right there, Driss. What I'm saying, you can do all the film study you want to do. You could do all the talking and all the multi-year stuff after games you want to do. In that 48 minutes of basketball, you're still going to have to coach.
Yes, sir.
You cannot just leave it up to them. You can't just put them out there and say, okay, go do this.
Hot take.
You still have to coach. I don't care if it's on a whiteboard, an iPad, a pen and paper. You're still going to have to coach.
Sure.
That's all. That's my only point.
And that's fair, Ox. But there is a middle ground here too, because what I don't want to do is I don't want to overcoach, but I also don't want to undercoach too, because to Drench's point, like
I'd rather overcoach than undercoach. I'm sorry.
I don't think that NBA coaches have ever been as good as they are right now. I think this is.
I disagree with that.
Ever heard of Jerry Sloan?
And not only that.
I've heard of Phil
Drench's
Jackson
point, when you're talking about coaching, Drench, your baby, you can only take her so far. She looks for you for guidance, but then there's going to come a time when you look at her and you're going to tell her, you got to figure this out.
Absolutely.
You got to figure this out. I'm still right here. I'm not just going to leave you out here. I'm still right here, but you got to figure this out. So while this team is going on that 8-0 run, while we're in
you let them get the runs off for sure.
Yeah, while we're in a dog fight and this team, we're going back and forth with this team, and they're consistently looking over at you. Yo, I gave you the blueprint. Let's go figure it out. And
that's a difference. But that's a difference. Like, for example, I'm seeing too many times where they might get a stop on one end. They might get 2 stops in a row. All right. And they run each time down and they go shoot a fast break 3, or it may be a 1 swing 3. And it's like, that's stupid. Okay, cool. And as a coach, I'm not going to say it's stupid, because I allow my team to do that sometimes. That third time is mine, brother. Ain't no such thing as we just going to fix. Hey, let's run this. We can't keep leaving money on the floor. We got to pick up all the bread. We got to nickel and dime all the way to a win.
Sure.
Like, that's what I'm talking about, coaching. And to your point, like you just said, at some point you got to let your baby go. But if we both in this together, I can chaperone you. We both in this together.
I'm not going to leave you out here now. I'm not going to leave you, but I'm going to let you do it.
We both getting paid to do a job now.
I'm going to let you do it.
At the end of the day, I feel like I was just talking about for Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City does that a lot, and their defense kind of turns people over a lot of times. And lately, they've been trying to get into a little bit more action. They've been trying to let Chet. I don't know what the fuck be wrong with Chet. Chet has to get the ball and just see it go.
Move on. Really quickly, Ron, before we move on. I was watching that Oklahoma City-Toronto game, and I want to make sure that I clarify here, guys. I don't think that the Oklahoma City Thunder are a better team without Shea on the floor. I'm not saying that at all. What I did notice, however, when Shea was off the floor, the offense moved a little bit better. They look
but chill to that point. But chill to the point. I don't even think it's Shea. Like, Shea is not the problem. Like, I'm watching when Shea's on the floor. I'm watching Shea be willing to get off the ball. It's not like he's ball.
And here's the problem, though, Drench. The problem with that is that when you got a guy who's the bucket getter that he is, the ball handler that he is, teams lean on that. And
too much.
That's what I saw.
Better with Shea on the court than off the court.
And again, I want to make sure that I'm clear. I want to make sure that I'm clear, Penn. I don't think that this team is better without Shea. However, there was a stretch where I'm watching them. The ball was moving a little bit more. They were reliant on everybody as opposed to leaning on one guy, which makes the offense stagnant, which slows their offense down, which allows the defense to load up on this one guy. When they had a lineup of Mitchell, Chet, Lou Dort, Mitchell,
Mitchell didn't play that game.
No, I ain't talking about. I'm talking about the other Mitchell. The dude with the beard, Williams. That's
Kenrich Williams.
That's what I'm talking about.
The other Mitchell.
Gotcha. I apologize.
Same shit.
Williams. It was Williams, Chet, Lou Dort, Isaiah Joe, and who am I? And Wiggins. They were on the floor. They were on the floor together. The ball was hopping. There was more cross action. Not only was there more cross action, there was more screening.
They run more sets for sure.
There was more action, and the reason why they were doing that is because we're not leaning just on Shea. That's not to say that Shea.
I don't think Shea wants them to do that. Like,
they just didn't hit their threes.
I'm watching Shea get off the ball. Like, Shea willingly, like,
yes, he will get off the field.
NBA,
I just feel like
he don't just bring the ball up every time. Like, he willingly say, "You got it. I'm gonna run to the spot," and then. They take so long to get into an action. Now Shea got to get it. Like Shea be looking around like, God damn, what the hell?
See, that's the point, Drench, because they're so leaning on him, they're so reliant on him that when he's off the floor, now they know that we got to get into our action quicker. We got to move the ball.
Don't work against good defenses. Like the Raptors are a good defense. I think they took their foot off the pedal like a little bit when Shea was on the bench. Maybe they're thinking like, oh, the panic is off the table. I promise you, like for them, guarding Brandon Ingram took a lot out of them, and they held him to a very, very cold game, 5 for 18. But they had to exhaust their best defender and a lot of help to stop him and hold him to 5 for 18. That let other guys get cooking, right? For Shea, I think a lot of the offense with him on the court maybe just didn't look that great because his teammates didn't make a lot of shots. Like if the shooters are hitting, OKC is pretty damn impossible to beat. Okay, and when they're healthy, I just feel like there's a certain amount that you can take away from OKC and they can still be the best team in the league. Like you could take iHeart out and they can still do it. You could take Jalen Williams out, they can still do it. You could take J-Dub, J-Will, you could take Caruso out, they can still do it. You can't take everybody out and then expect them to be the best team in the league. That's why I think this NBA power ranking moving Detroit to number 1 is a little bit presumptuous, but cool. Shout outs to Pistons. They've been great, but I'm certainly not one of those Raptor fans who's coming up here being like, oh, I guess it's us and OKC now. Okay. It ain't that. It ain't like that. But I just think the sample that we've seen with Shea is that he is a damn near perfect offensive basketball player. He's really good.
With that. And a quick side note, Ron, before we go, just so y'all, just so you two, the one in the middle right here and the one on the end, just so you dudes know, kale is worse than football grass. I just want to put that out there.
What the fuck?
I mean, from a nutritional value, I'm with kale. I'm 100% behind kale as far as the nutritional value goes. But if you ask me, cabbage clears. I'm a cabbage.
Y'all don't put kale in y'all like shakes.
Yeah, because it's the nutritional value. I think kale is top tier.
I put kale in every shake for sure. Yeah. If I got the choice.
I apologize. I just wanted to put that out there.
The best type of shake, I'm telling you, comes with just the avocado and blueberries. Just avocado,
blueberries fire.
You know what I'm saying?
Avocado and blueberries sound disgusting.
That's what I'm saying. Don't drink it for the taste.
Don't give drinks that
value.
Oh, okay.
That's awful, Mars. What? I don't want to eat. What the hell?
What's the nutrition that I'm gonna get out of that though?
That's like that. You seen that show, Ron? Like Survivor. When you're drinking cow balls. Like I'm drinking it because it's good for me, not because of the way it tastes.
Would I get?
Hell no, I don't want
if
that.
I drink that every day, like what type of good attributes would I get?
Well, just with the berries alone, just the antioxidants and all that type of stuff that
I rock with the
blueberries. You get that, but the avocado is just like a superfood. You know what I'm saying? Avocado is really good for you. But blueberries, avocado, throw a banana in there or something if you like bananas.
Oh boy, you trying to give me a freaky man, boy? I know what you got going on, boy.
You want a
with a little honey in there?
Boy, turn to a freaky man, trying to get me ready for them 18-wheelers, boy.
You want a golden recipe for every single morning? Do this: take turmeric, put it in warm water, put a little bit of lime in it, and put some black pepper. That shit is really good for your soul, man. It's great for your body.
Did you just season water?
Yes.
No, it ain't seasoning water.
Mars, whole time they said they don't use seasoning.
you will realize, Mars, as you get older, that a lot of diseases and stuff can be prevented because we have inflammation problems, our organs, visceral fat. We just live very unhealthy lives.
For sure, because when your stomach hurt all the time, that's a problem. People don't realize you're allergic.
Don't forget a little bit of ginger.
Speak for yourself, Ron. I take care of myself.
Yeah.
Facts. Healthy lifestyle.
Yeah, my stomach hurt right now, for real. But
that's because that goddamn Popeyes. That's the problem. Stop eating that shit.
I don't eat Popeyes, and I'll tell you why online, chill. I can't tell you online. They're gonna hate me. But I don't eat Popeyes.
I've been doing good as far as eating clean, you know what I'm saying? Just being good. I'm about to get some Chick-fil-A in a second though. I need that.
No, I actually like
look at this dude. Look at this dude.
I'm not swiping, so I'm not swiping, so I'm not gonna drag this into a film session, but like I actually just watched Sinners the other day. Well, I'm crazy late on watching Sinners. And it just kind of reminded me like the million of things that film talks about and deals with, that we really have gotten away from just letting our grandmamas teach us how to take care of ourselves. You know what I mean? We go to the doctor, we go to the Advil and all that stuff. But it's just like, like there's a natural cure for a lot of this shit. Lemon ginger will do a lot.
My granny used to eat chitlins
Yeah, now my granny ate anything back in the day, but
You
I don't
talking
eat none
about
of that shit.
ankles the size of my thigh.
But listen, I'm gonna tell you this though, for sure. I made some beef stew the other day with some potatoes in that joint for the first time. Chill, boy, I got a new hobby. All I want to do is cook now, boy. Boy, that shit was fire. I'm talking about people talking about where your carrots? I ain't putting no fucking carrots in my goddamn stew. What's wrong with y'all? I ain't putting that in there. But I put some beef stew in there. Chill. Oh my God, boy, I could have saved you. Oh, you vegan, I can't give you that. But everybody else could have saved you a plate, boy. That shit was fire.
I ain't eating like that with eating, man. I don't want that hypertension and diabetes and all that.
No. That stew was hidden. I'm talking about I look, it was my birthday too. So I had seasoned that thing up real good, put it in a crock pot, went out, and when I came back a couple hours later, I smelt it from the outside of the dough. I was like, whoa. I was tearing it up.
My mother used to ask me that too, Ron. She was like, who's the better cook between me and your grandmother? I was like, Mom, don't do that. Don't. Mom, that's not fair. Don't ask me that question.
That's a tough one right there.
Yeah, don't ask me that. I'm not answering that. No.
But all right, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and answer these super chats.
Let's do it.
We had a lot of people. We had a lot of people that sent through super chats. So let's go ahead and answer these calls, read these super chats. We probably got some goofies that sent some through, but we probably got some inquisitive ones as well. So let's go ahead and see about it. IRL Times 98 sent through a super chat. It's a pretty good one. IRL Times said Jaden Bradley is one of the best players no one talks about. Should definitely be lotto or outside. AJ is by far and away the best scorer, and Cam Boozer is having a crazy dominant season. Yet the best teams are in that Big Ten, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Any of y'all hit the Jaden Bradley?
I'm not. I'd be lying if I said I was, Ron. I'm not.
I'm not either.
I am not hit to
Nobody know Jaden Bradley? We'll keep an eye out for Jaden Bradley, my man IRL Times. Also, the Big 12 is Why
is AJ by far and away the best scorer in the game? Like what in college basketball?
I think he just had the potential to be that guy. Like he's 6'10". I think he's 6'9", 6'10", one of them. He can handle the ball, he can shoot it, he can get in the paint. I think that's part of the reason why. But like I said,
the gap between him and
he has the highest potential for AJ DeBonsa, but he also has the highest bust rate. That's what I think. Like he can be the bust. He can be a bust out of the top three, more than anyone. But
what's the gap between him and Boozer as a bucket getter?
As far as what? Like scoring the ball, or
just him and Boozer as a bucket getter. What's the gap between those two?
They both do it in different ways, man. They do it in different ways.
Boozer looks like a guy who he gets around the basket. It's money. He looks like he could just score
same with AJ
anybody around the
DeBonsa though.
basket.
If AJ DeBonsa get 2 feet in the paint, and if he able to go up 2 feet, he probably gonna make that shit. But I feel like they just two different styles. Like Boozer to me plays more in the system style. AJ kind of plays more on his own a little bit, but there's two different styles. They both get buckets. Darren Peterson is probably the purest one though. Like as far as like that shit just pure. I know a lot of times people be saying with him, it don't look like he trying. I think that's a detriment to him. By the way, I don't think it's going to affect his draft stock, but I do sometimes see a lot of guys who go like, they don't look like they trying to do it all the time. And I think in the NBA that kind of hurts you a little bit. But
because the motor issues and stuff like that.
Yeah. But I also don't want to overthink it. He just looked like that because shit, he will get 30 on your ass, but he just looked like his motor ain't on. But Bill Self even said it, like he can average 35, but he don't want to. And then to me, I kind of want you to, Darren Peterson, just because like I kind of want you to average 35.
Well, when the coach says that, I mean that's kind of a big deal. Like, so he basically saying you could get 35 a night if you wanted to, and I ain't gonna stop you from doing it if you wanted to.
Yeah, that's what Bill Self said. And I know Andrew Wiggins had the same issue though. Like people say that about Andrew Wiggins, like he could do this if he wanted to, but sometimes he don't want to.
He's much more skilled than Andrew Wiggins, with respectfully.
Yeah,
like
I mean, for sure.
His game was predicated more on athleticism and size, jumping out the gym. Darren Peterson is flat out skill. I shoot the hell out the ball. I get to my 1-2 pull-ups.
He can shoot it off the catch too. He can shoot it on the move off the catch. That's impressive.
He is a flat out gun, a straight gun. Chill.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I rock with Darren Peterson. I just know how that go though. Like, you know, he wants to be a passing guard. I don't know about pass first, but he wants to be a passing guard. But I know that when you say he could do this, but he just don't want to, that can be a detriment. Like sometimes you want guys to be always in kill mode. So I don't know, but I don't want to overthink that. I still would draft him where people got him drafted 1 or 2.
To the previous point of Jaden Bradley, like I completely blanked. I watched a lot of him last year because I was watching Carter Bryant at Arizona, so he was actually playing for Arizona. He is shooting much better from 3 this year. I haven't watched a lot of Arizona this year, so he's kind of off my radar, but just looked up his numbers. He is shooting a lot better from 3, and he's a senior guard, man. He's an NBA player. I don't know about lottery though. I don't know if the super chat was alluding to him being a lottery. I don't think he's gonna be a first round pick.
Top 10 or some shit like that.
No, it said lottery or late first.
Yeah, I think he could be like a late, like an early second riser. You know, if he keeps shooting this way, he's pretty athletic. He was a 5-star recruit like 4 years ago, so you know, it's interesting.
Transfer Arizona just beat BYU last night. Arizona is number 1 in the nation. They're undefeated. I do want to say with that though, shout out to, I think is it Brandon Burries for Arizona. He got busy last night. He's just a freshman. He'll probably get drafted if he enters the draft. He'll probably get drafted first round. But AJ kind of had a rough game last night. I think he went 6 for 24. However,
cold shooting
after that 43-point game. I got AJ number 1 now. It's gonna keep
change again in March.
It probably will, but as of right now, based on what I just seen, I got AJ number 1. Like he just got tools you can't teach, and it's like I want to go with it's. You go back and forth. It's like, do you want to go with the guy with the lowest floor that you know is going to contribute at a consistent level for a long time and can step in right away and, you know, help your winning culture? Or do you want to go with the guy who flat out just has no ceiling? And AJ is that guy that just has no ceiling. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if AJ averaged 30 for 4 straight seasons. I just would. That is the type of package that he has as a basketball player.
He's got like an actual ceiling, which is maybe possible. SGA, bigger SGA. He has elements of that in his game.
But he got things that SGA don't have.
That's why I said bigger, and probably should say stronger. Probably
way bigger though. Way bigger.
Yeah. We're talking like if we're talking like 6'9", 6'10", he's like, yeah. I remember talking to his trainer. I think he said it was 6'9.5", 6'10". So doing that shit at his size, getting your shoulder underneath the defender's chest, like the ability to beat his man off the dribble, the ability to stop on a dime, his explosiveness, like the ceiling above is the rim. Roof.
SGA don't finish above the rim like that, and which is impressive the way he's able to cook, and he doesn't really finish above the rim like that.
Kind of sounds like you're telling me this draft does have a LeBron, bro. Kind of sounds like you're telling me this draft does have a dude on that level.
You might, Ron. You might be onto something.
It's just when you say LeBron.
But I mean, hey, Ron. I mean,
no, but like, I get what you're saying.
We've been talking about AJ for 2 years, so welcome to the right side of this conversation.
Yeah. But here's also the thing too, though, is it's like, yeah, we said this draft has a LeBron, but obviously the easy comparison is T-Mac. If this draft had a T-Mac, he would go number 1, undoubtedly.
And yet T-Mac went 9th in his own draft. Go figure.
So yeah, man. Shout out AJ though. He be getting to it. The next super chat is from Jordan Reed. Jordan Reed said the fact Charlotte was up 50 at the end of the third quarter is crazy. They told the 76ers to go get that switch from the backyard and gave them that good old ass whooping. Hornets have been on a roll this month of January.
The best 24th best team in NBA history. That's kind of where I'm at.
I don't know what to do with these dudes, Mars. I don't.
Admit that goods. I don't know.
I'm still so mad about this.
What you mad about?
The power rankings. I'm still mad about the power rankings, Ron.
Y'all do know we do another power ranking next month.
Well, y'all better put the Charlotte Hornets at 4 or 5 to make up for the disrespect the last time, because this shit, they have been whooping, stomping good teams, like actually playoff teams. They're not beating the Wizards and the Pacers.
Just so we clear, Penn. So they blown out Philly.
Yes, sir.
Blew out Orlando, right? Blew out Orlando.
All right.
Blew out Denver.
Mm-hmm.
Smoked. Well, they got smoked by Utah, right? but blew out Oklahoma City, right? Blew out Oklahoma City. And by the way, they beaten Orlando twice by 15. Smoked them both times that they played them. But then they'll get blown out by the Warriors. I don't know what to do with these dudes, Mars. I don't know exactly what to do with these dudes, man.
They're young, and
I think one of the main reasons why they are as good as they are now is because they have been healthy. So, like, LaMelo Ball has been in the lineup, which I had asked you, Ox. I was like, can I see this dude for 2 months straight? Can I see him for 2 months straight before I start talking about the Charlotte Hornets? And he's actually been in the lineup for a while. Bridges has actually been playing really good. Brandon Miller is turning into a serious baller. Serious ball. I'm really liking his one-on-one game. And I'm liking I like his counters where he gets a guy going like between the legs, then step back, then go. I love that about him. And he doesn't. It looks like it's getting more decisive with him. Y'all know how I feel about Kalkbrenner. And I want to say that this Charlotte team is on to something, but I don't know what to do with them because they'll turn around and get blown out by somebody. And then somebody else.
You missing Musa.
They're gonna keep disrespecting my go. It is what it is, but you know.
I thought I was bugging out. I thought he was I'm like, I saw him, Mars, and I was like, is that Musa from? No, that's that. I did have it right because I he looked like the dude from New Orleans, Misi. And I was like, no, that's not him. But Musa is a baller, yo. Yes, he is.
Oh my God, I'm so glad I was the one who said that. Holy shit. I'm just saying.
The Hornets are all right.
Look nothing alike, Joe.
Like they are a good young team. But I'm not gonna jump the gun on them just
yet.
Me
neither, Ron.
Before I start, but I will give them their credit. They've made tremendous strides. And chill, I'm with you. Brandon Miller's the truth. Yeah. I've been saying this since year one. I was saying this even him coming into college. Like I love Brandon Miller. I think he liked that. He's gonna be one of them ones in a couple years. It's gonna take him probably about 2 or 3 more years, but he's gonna be one of the best wing scorers in the league. However, until these guys get out of the play or can at least get into the play-in, I'm not giving them all that credit and stuff like that. Like they are good at 24th in the power rankings. Get in the play-in, and then we can make some adjustments. It's not a big difference between them and the Bulls. If I say that the Bulls are better than the Hornets,
yeah, there is a really big difference between them and the Bulls.
Not.
Yes, there
is. It is. The Bulls are better. How about
Bulls
that?
It worse.
Is. The Bulls.
Yo, let me tell you something. I let me speak for the upper echelon as the only person up here who has a team that is actually my team that's at the top of the Eastern Conference. I don't want to see these guys. I don't want to see them in the playoffs. Sorry, Mars. Who's your team?
The Bulls or who?
You don't want nothing to do with Charlotte? Really?
That says more about Toronto than anything.
Yes, that's what I was about to say. You don't want nothing to do with Charlotte?
It's hard to stop Charlotte from scoring. I don't know what to tell you. It's hard to stop them from scoring.
Is it hard for them to stop you from scoring?
That defense ain't great, but it's hard to stop them from scoring.
But when they blow teams out, though, like when they've been blowing teams out, they've been holding them to like, less than 100 or like 105. They've been doing that. But then they'll get blown out and they're giving up 130, 140, stuff like that.
There's a lot of teams at the bottom of the East that I would rather see. I would rather see Milwaukee. I'm not kidding. I would rather see Miami. That might be a hot take. There's a lot of teams that I would rather see than this team. I'm trying to tell you, this is a young team that is getting better month by month. Okay.
Can they hold up is the $1 million question, Penn. Can they hold up?
Okay, health is an issue for
Because
everybody.
that's been the biggest issue with them, and their
A
point
more
guard is
reasonable concern for a team
Name
like
me a
Charlotte.
team that's not an issue for. Philly got health concerns. Toronto got health concerns. Miami got health concerns. Everyone got health concerns.
It didn't seem to hamper Oklahoma City. They still ended up winning the NBA championship.
Yeah, well, Oklahoma City is
right.
deep.
It didn't seem to hamper
They
the
still
Boston
have health
Celtics.
concerns. I mean,
And it almost hampered them.
Yeah, but it didn't seem to hamper the Celtics when they won the NBA championship. So, yes,
they would have been better if Porzingis was healthy.
They would have been better, but
so there were still health concerns. They just managed to overcome them.
Sure. Sure. In if we're being, to your point, Marge, if we're being logical, every team is beat up. I can dig that. Now, the teams that are healthier with more talent can sustain that. So Oklahoma City, for example, so they lose J-Dub, we can still keep our heads above water because we still have other guys to supplement for what J-Dub does. We're not getting exactly what J-Dub had. We're not getting exactly what J-Dub gave us. No, we're not doing that, but we can still keep our head above water because we got the best scorer in the game. We got arguably the best defensive player in the game, one of the best defensive players in the game. We do have that. A team like Charlotte, they can't afford to lose LaMelo Ball. They can't afford to lose Bridges. They're not good enough to be able to do that because they don't have guys to supplement like these other teams do.
I mean, they could lose Ryan Cockburner for a little bit and be fine.
They did.
They did. You know,
and we're fine because Demon Musa, but
yeah, look. I think the Hornets roster, from a roster building perspective, there's not something I was expecting to say about the Hornets 2 years ago. Their roster makes a lot of sense. Their pieces really fit together. It's just like it's a very smooth basketball fit between Khan, Brandon Miller, LaMelo Ball, Musa, Ryan Cockburner. Every piece that they got in there just fits like this perfect puzzle. And I'm watching this team, and I'm watching them get better, Chill. And I'm watching them they play hard. They're a very consistent team. For a young team, they are a very consistent team. They're one of the youngest teams in the league, and they are remarkably consistent, if nothing else. Yep. I wonder if at the trade deadline, if they don't mess this up somehow by screwing up their chemistry, bringing someone on, maybe get an upgrade, maybe they see a window here. I'm just trying to tell you, as a team that's at the top of the East, you do not want to face this team. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Detroit or if you're Toronto or you're New York. You do not want to face this team in the opening round because they will get 2 games on just shooting volume and LaMelo doing one foot step backs.
You don't want to see them because nobody wants to sweep a team and get arrested for the second round.
Yeah, right. Because I was just about to say that, Ron. Can we get to the players? Just so you know, Ron, they 3.5 games out the play-in. They're in 12th place right now. It's not
why do we do this every year, Chill? We always play the record.
Milwaukee. Come on, dog.
They are playing good. I'm not gonna argue that point.
No, chill.
Nobody wants to sweep us.
I'm not even jacking that. Chill. They are 6-4 in their last 10 games. The Celtics are 6-4. The Pistons are 8-2. The Raptors are 6-4. The Cavs are 7-3. The Bulls are 6-4. Ooh, lo and behold, the Hawks are 6-4. Who else we got? That's just the Eastern Conference.
So everybody's
the Thunder are
7-3.
The Spurs are 6-4. The Nuggets are 7-3. The Rockets are 6-4. The Suns are 6-4. The Warriors are 6-4. The Blazers are 6-4. The Mavericks are 6-4. The Clippers are 8-2. Like, what? Yeah, they on a 3-game win streak, but come on. They got a couple good wins, but they are 18 and 26, 24?
Yeah. They 3.5 games.
They're 18. They're 19 and 28.
Okay.
Anything happen? There's a lot of basketball.
Hold up.
There's a lot
of basketball.
Hang on, Ryan. This is what you did not tell the people.
Can that happen?
You cannot be misinforming the people this way, okay? The way you tell it.
The numbers. I gave them concrete numbers. No, I gave them concrete numbers.
Well, you didn't give all the numbers. Okay, this is from 2 days ago. I sent you this in the group text, but I'm going to send it here too. Yep. Teams with the best net rating in the month of January for 2025-2026. This is 2 days ago. Charlotte, number 1. Boston, number 2. OKC, number 3. Detroit, number 4. Minnesota, number 5. Phoenix, number 6. Portland, number 7. Toronto, number 8. Philly, number 10. San Antonio's number 9. I know that the net rating is skewed by blowouts. I get that. I'm not an idiot. But I'm just saying the teams they've blown out are not bad teams.
No,
that's a fact. That's a fact.
Whooping
That
the
is a fact.
OKC Thunder. It's one thing to beat the Thunder on a buzzer beater where
Mm-hmm.
you got a little bit lucky that they
went in there and
made a
stomped
mistake.
them.
Okay.
Didn't the Pacers beat OKC too?
No.
No, they almost did.
They
did.
should.
It was close. It was close. You're right. You're right.
My
No,
point is, it's
Charlotte
one
went
thing-
into
Utah
that
take
building.
OKC
Your
to
point,
overtime?
man.
I'm
To
not.
your
I'm not.
point, man.
Did they
I'm
not
not-
be
I'm
OKC?
not
They had
taking-
Yeah,
47
I'm sure
they
the
lost.
Pacers won that game.
No, they
didn't
did. Yeah, the Pacers did beat them. No, they
In
did.
game
Oh.
two. I think
No,
they
I'm
did.
talking
Like a
I'm
week
talking about
ago,
just last
like
week.
5 days ago,
Yeah.
they beat him. Yeah, Indiana won. I know I won.
I didn't-
She had 47.
Yeah, all right, y'all be trying to make me sound crazy.
No,
I'm
I thought it was.
crazy.
I didn't know that they played them again. I just remember that they.
But chill.
Yeah.
But chill. With that being said,
Yep.
JB Bickerstaff is absolutely telling the Pistons, we don't want to see Charlotte because that net rating ain't no joke. We don't want to see Charlotte.
Your
boy.
point.
Just watch them play. Ox.
Yeah.
They're
every
really
time,
good.
every time before you go to sleep, he'd be like, "Please,
Ox
please."
is like, damn, now I got to watch the Charlotte Hornets play.
I know. Imagine that. Now I actually got to watch basketball. Thanks, man.
Please, LaMelo. Come on,
Oh,
LaMelo,
good God.
please. Just roll an ankle, please.
I don't want to jump.
You
the
know
gun.
Joe Mazzulla don't want to
To
see
your
that net
point,
rating.
man,
So I don't care what you say.
I can appreciate what these guys are doing early on, right? But the question is, especially with Charlotte, is the consistency with them, Penn. I think that's what it is the most. That's why I don't know what to do with this group.
Joe, they've lost so many games close this year. So many games.
Hmm.
They lost to Toronto like at the buzzer. Scotty Barnes gets that block. If he doesn't get that block, they probably win in that game, right? Then they beat the Raptors and they stomped the Raptors. Like, my point is, I've watched this team way more than I would have imagined coming into the season because I'm just really fascinated by what's happening in Charlotte. And I'm trying to say to anybody out here who is a Charlotte fan, there is one panelist up here who is it's two panelists really up here who are going to consistently respect your team and your franchise. And I have a soft spot for this team because they have not been respected in a very long time, Joe. They haven't. And they are doing something really amazing. And as a fan of a team that is also doing something amazing, I empathize with teams doing amazing shit and we not talking about it.
What are y'all doing that's so amazing? Toronto and
Raptors?
Charlotte. Yes,
Raptors?
Toronto and Charlotte. What are both of these basketball teams doing that is so amazing? Go.
Okay. The Raptors are on pace right now to beat the Vegas more or less over under, whatever you want to call it,
There is a low bar for amazing these days. I swear to God.
by 10 games.
What was the line? What was the line?
And
for
they
Vegas
have,
with the
and
Toronto
by the
Raptors?
way, 37 and a half. They are on pace right now for 49. So they're on pace to beat
Almost
that mark by
50
almost
wins.
12.
Yep.
And they've been missing their starting center the entire season, pretty much.
Yeah.
And
Okay, so
so yes, that is very
exceeding
incredible.
expectations.
Those
They
are
have
exceeding-
exceeded
amazing and
expectations.
exceeding
They
expectations.
haven't
at the
exceeded
same
expectations.
time.
I don't think so.
When they've been healthy, they've been on a 57 win pace. That is a 20 win improvement over where the smart money was having them. Okay.
Wow.
And that smart money was already an 8 win
I think we have
improvement
a
over
different
last year.
definition for
There's a
amazing.
chance,
That's
yo,
all.
Oz,
That's
if some
all.
teams pull it out later, if some teams
that's
pull it
it.
off later, if the Raptors get to 50 wins, you're talking about a 20 win improvement year over year with almost the same roster minus Brandon
No,
Ingram.
that's fire.
So-
that's fire, Pin. What all I'm saying is
That's
I
not
think,
crazy?
I think
That's
the
not amazing?
I think no. I think the situation here, because what everything you're saying has to be factual. I believe you wouldn't lie to me, right? So that being it's factual. The only thing, Pin, is that me and you have different definitions of the word amazing. That's all.
What's
You
been-
know, Ox,
has
some
anything
people's
been amazing
amazing
to
is
you?
mediocre to others.
Nah, shout out to Toronto though. You know, I'm pulling for you. I like Toronto as a basketball team. Have for a long time. I'll never pray for the Toronto Raptors downfall at all. I'm just saying once again, I think we just have different definitions for the word amazing. That's all.
Are the
No big deal.
23 and 24 Clippers amazing?
23, 24. What are you talking about? Like the year, the 23, 24, that season?
To be honest
no,
with you,
their
it is
record.
pretty amazing what they've been
Oh,
doing.
you talking about the record? Pin. Don't
considering
take.
what
Don't
they was
take.
doing.
Don't take this personal. Don't take this personal. Don't try to make this about. Oh, well, your team isn't doing this. Like, okay, yeah, the Kings.
But
suck,
Pin,
yeah,
to
yeah.
answer your
Like,
question,
what I'm
Pin,
saying,
yes, what they've been doing is pretty amazing. This team was at the
Yes.
bottom of the
Don't take
Western
it
Conference.
personal.
15
They
and
were
3
awful.
over the last little stretch is
they were
pretty
awful.
amazing, right?
Yeah, they
So
were
we can
awful.
credit that the
No, that's
Clippers
not
are
amazing. That's
playing
just
great
Kawhi Leonard.
basketball.
That's just
Who is
Kawhi
amazing,
Leonard.
Ox?
It's not just
Who is
Kawhi
amazing?
That's
Leonard.
just Kawhi.
Who is amazing?
No.
Kawhi
What
is
I'm
amazing.
saying is the word isn't amazing. The word is Kawhi. We could just flip those words out.
So the Charlotte Hornets are Kawhi. I got you. Okay,
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I got you.
All right, fellas. I got to get to the next super chat from Dub Ball Out Highlights. Dub Ball Out said, "Hey, chill. Don't look now, but the Cavs are right there in the East yet again. You might want to keep your prediction of them winning the finals." Just kidding. It's still Celtics season. Also, Ugo should have made it.
They've won 10 of their last 14 games,
man, Ugo.
including 4 straight. I'm on record saying this, and I know this sounds crazy, that Evan Mobley reminds me of the guy at work that clocks out at 5 o'clock. He don't clock out at 4:55. He don't clock out at 5:10. He clocks out at 5 o'clock on the dot. It's like when
So
Evan
you
Mobley
on the panel? That's you.
Yes,
No.
100%.
She'll clock out at
Makes
5:10.
sense.
She'll give you 10 minutes over.
Yes, I will. But Evan Mobley, it's like that clock. For Evan Mobley, it's like that clock is 18 or 19. Like once we get there, okay, I'm out. Whatever. When he gets to 18 or 19
doing this?
and 9, I'm good. That's it. Okay, you got what you needed from me. I'm straight. And Donovan Mitchell, for all intents purposes, I
This
think
what Jim's coming back for,
I can't say enough about what he's been doing.
I had no idea y'all was coming here.
Yeah, I can't say enough about what he's been doing. The thing that I like about what Cleveland has been doing over this stretch is they've actually been playing some really good defense, and I really like that about them. I think that's a mark of a really good playoff team. I do think that they rely on Donovan a little bit too much. Y'all dudes know how I feel about dudes that had a ball in their hands a lot and that score a lot of points. That can be defended eventually, especially when you get in the playoffs. But I like their rotation. This kid, the kid Porter, he's a baller. I like that their offense has gotten better. I just like what I'm seeing with the Cavs right now, Ron. And I stayed with what I said. I said that they were going to win the NBA championship before the season started. And I know it doesn't look like it. I know it does not look like it right now. But I'm still riding with this team. And until they get bounced, I'm still riding with Cleveland. Yes, I am.
I know Donovan Mitchell's cold.
He's the best two-guard in the game, Ron. I'm still
That's
standing.
all I know.
See, I was gonna stay out of it.
He's the
until
best
Chill
two-guard
said
in the
that
game.
All I
shit.
know.
I
Yeah,
was
boy,
gonna
Donovan
stay out of it.
Mitchell's
Until
something
Chill said that
else.
shit.
Still,
He's
they
the
don't
best
seem
two-guard
a
in the
little
game.
bit soft to you. Like to me right now, you sound like the guy holding Enron stock. Just as Enron is going downhill, or like the guy holding Blockbuster stock when people are telling you like sell Blockbuster. Like you watch more Cavaliers probably up here than anybody. Like you don't see the toughness issue with this team. You don't see like the mental fragility with this team.
The toughness issue isn't as glaring as people say. My biggest problem with them is their handling of the basketball, how they turn the basketball over, and the dumb turnovers that they have. The kid Tomlin, one of their rotation guys, one of the better rotation guys in the game. He plays so fast, but he also turns the ball over. When you get into the playoffs, one of the things that's paramount is you got to take care of the basketball, because you're not going to get a lot of opportunities to score and get good and get good buckets. You're not going to get that. So this team, Porter, doesn't take care of the basketball as well as I would like for him to. This kid Tomlin doesn't take care of the basketball as well as I would like him to. Now, the fact that Darius, the fact that what's the lead guard's name? Garland. I'm sorry. The fact that Garland has been out of the lineup, I think that has a lot to do with their ball handling issues. If he was in the lineup, I think a lot of that stuff would be supplemented. But the fact that he's not, more guys are now handling the basketball, which it could be to their detriment. But they're playing really well right now, and I like what I'm seeing from them. I do. I really like what I'm seeing from them. And by the way, Penn, before I go any further, this season, and I read a really interesting stat last night, because Mars and I have had this conversation. The Trailblazers, if you watch the Trailblazers, you will learn some really good stuff, because their commentators give you some really good nuggets. I swear they do. So I say the same thing. I say the same thing with Cleveland. Like, I know that this season, Cleveland, their starters have only played 27% of the time. That's 2/3 of the season they haven't been in the lineup, right? That's almost 2/3 of the season that they haven't been. Last year at this time, they were together 72% of the time. That's almost 3 out of every 4 games I got my starting lineup. So I think that we're looking at a group that really hasn't had an opportunity to gel yet. And maybe we're having that now. even though Darius Garland is out of the lineup.
But I think injuries expose like togetherness. They expose like team dynamics, depth. They can expose a lot. Like when you have to play without a center or play without a point guard.
Yeah,
Other
they
guys
ain't do
have-
it for the Clippers.
Well, I mean, it might expose something you don't want to see. You know what I mean? Like that could be it too. I'm just saying, like, I don't think this team has shown me a lot of grit, toughness, resilience, or seriousness. That being said, it really doesn't matter what you did in November when it comes to April and May. It really didn't matter, right? The Indiana Pacers turned it around. There's the Boston Celtics.
Yes, it does matter. Yes, it does, Penn. You're
not
gonna get
really.
that off. Yes, it does. And the reason why it matters is because there's a difference between what you did. There's a difference between us having our game 7 in our building as opposed to having to get on a plane and having to go to Boston or having to go. And we did that in October. We did that in November. We did that in December. We built that up so we can have our home floor. We did that so we can have these games in our building where we play much better, where role players play much better. So what you do in the regular season 100% matters in April and June, in April and May. Yes, it does.
I would say of the last 24 years, only one NBA champion has had a lower than 500 road record, and that was the 2023 Denver Nuggets. It's the only one in the last 23 years. Most, and I didn't see the stat posted anywhere. Yep. And I was just like, let me go dig and let me just go find the road record for every single NBA champion for the last 24 years. Mm-hmm. And that was the only team. That was the only team. So if you're actually going to win an NBA championship, likely you already are a good road team. This shit don't matter. If you're predicting the Cavaliers to win a championship, it really doesn't matter if their first round matchup against Toronto or New York is in Madison Square Garden or if it's, in Cleveland. It really doesn't matter because they're probably not going to let it get to 7 anyways.
Which, by the way, I don't want to do it.
The Cavs are 12-9 on the road this year.
Okay, so they three games over 500 on the
road. They're decent.
And with that being said, Penn, I think they're a game out the 3 spot. I think they're 2 games out the 2 spot. And all I got to do is win my home games and we win. I don't have to win a bunch of games on the road. All I got to do is like win 1 or 2 games on the road, and they've proven that they can win on the road.
You will lose the tiebreaker against Toronto.
Yep. Who, by the way, and yes, Ron, I'm saying this. I don't want nothing to do with Toronto in the playoffs. I don't.
Yeah, they're
of the teams that I'm looking at in the East. To be honest with you, Penn, and of all the teams that I've seen in the East, the team that I'm looking at the most, I don't want nothing to do with Toronto. I don't.
The Cavs might not want it with Toronto, but Charlotte does.
Toronto is 16-9 on the road. 16-9 on the road. You know why? Because defense travels. That's why. The Raptors.
Offense travels too.
The Raptors.
Charlotte's offense is going to travel up north to take care of y'all.
Teams all the time duck smoke, and stop acting like y'all don't. Because yes, they do. Teams duck smoke all the time, and yes.
But I'm just telling you, Chill. The Raptors, the Celtics. Them 2 teams to beat the Cavs.
Yeah, I think that the Raptors for sure. I don't want nothing to do with them. Boston
definitely beating them.
No, I'm not.
With Tatum?
Yeah, with Tatum.
No,
yes.
without Tatum.
And the new center that they about to get at the trade deadline.
What center are they getting at the trade deadline?
What center is that?
Not Davon Sharp.
Y'all just watch.
The Knicks beating. He's talking about Anthony Davis. They ain't. Shit, we already win them.
I actually wasn't. They just said that they're aggressively pursuing, but they do get AD.
The Knicks beating the Cavs too, though. Chill.
Yo, Joe Mazzulla about to turn Demontis.
I'm not concerned about the Knicks because the Knicks getting bounced in round 1. Because the Cavs are going to jump them. The Knicks are.
The Cavs going to get bounced in round 1, though.
Yeah. Why the Cavs getting bounced in round 1?
Everything that Penn was just talking about, number 1 for me is clearly the toughness. Like you can out tough them and send their ass home. Love Mobley, but if Mobley, I don't know. I just feel like if Mobley feel like he ain't got that peel enough, he ain't got that rock enough, he gonna just do exactly what he's supposed to do and get up out of the
first round the past 2 years.
Huh?
They've gotten out of the first round the past 2 years.
This ain't the same year. Like obviously we're not.
Donovan Mitchell's having a career year.
So you wouldn't pick them against the Raptors. You wouldn't. I'm assuming you wouldn't pick them against the Pistons, right?
To be honest with you, I don't.
You ain't about to disrespect.
Yeah, they're not beating
right here, right?
Okay.
Chill.
All right.
We already got a
Evan
bet.
Mobley
We already
is going
got a
to
bet that they
leave
not
that
making the
series
conference
a
finals. We already
broken
got a bet
man.
that they
I'm
not
telling
Okay.
you that.
Let's see about that.
How they gonna beat the Pistons and not the Raptors?
Isaiah Stewart and Jalen Duren are about to bend that dude in half, okay, and then throw him in the trunk.
Sure.
Like,
Sure,
he
I
ain't
can,
leaving that series.
I can definitely appreciate that.
Thompson and
I can definitely
and Ron-
appreciate the. I
Oh
can
my
appreciate the
God.
toughness. I can appreciate the toughness, but Evan Mobley is, for all intents and purposes, he can play soft, but he can play tough too. And
Right.
he can also be, and he can be really good on the offensive end. Knock down open shots. Not
But
only knock down open shots, be really
physicality-
good around the rim. The question that needs to be answered is that physicality that Evan Mobley can show, can he consistently do it? That's the $1 million question. Can he consistently show that? I can't see the same Evan Mobley that I saw 2 years ago in the playoffs or 3 years ago in the playoffs when he played against the Knicks when he was soft. I'm not gonna. I doubt that I'm gonna see that same Evan Mobley. Now I can appreciate who the Detroit Pistons are in terms of their physicality, but you know for a fact that people think that you're soft. You already know for a fact that people think that you're not tough enough. You got to show it to them. You have to show it to them that you're not.
But chill, you know that there's certain players, and I'm sure you've seen it over like your years of watching basketball. There's certain players who do not respond well to being grabbed. There's certain guys who don't respond well to getting to getting you know an elbow.
You're talking about physicality, sure.
Yeah, like if I'm grabbing you on a screen and I'm holding your arm a little bit, or I'm putting my shoulder into you a little bit, and the ref is letting me get away with it. Some guys, they get up for that. They get really, they get into the game more. It makes them, man. Will y'all just stop? Can you grow up?
I know what you're talking about.
Can two grown men have a conversation?
No. Penn, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Grow up, y'all.
Penn, what you're talking about is Penn. What you're talking about is
You're talking about guys.
You're talking about guys who you're talking about guys who invite physicality. You're talking about guys who look for that. In fact, that's what gets them going.
Exactly.
Or getting their jersey grabbed.
You're not about to bump Michael Jordan off his spot and then get him out of the game and get him into his own head. No, you throw Michael Jordan onto the ground, and he's going to come back and dunk on your ass, and he probably going to get madder. And Kobe, and I'm saying that historically, Dwayne Wade, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, like you watch Shaq every game. Did Shaq ever duck physicality? No.
He was the one who brought the fight to you, as a matter of fact.
Absolutely. But when dudes were hanging on him a little bit, did he start crying to the referees? Did he start
he wanted to play like that? That's how he wanted to play.
And that's my point. NBA champions. If I'm looking for like Dirk Nowitzki, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Nikola Jokic. These are very different players. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. These are very different players. A lot of players who won championships are very different players. If I could unify every single star, champion, whatever, that consistently wins, this one element of do you or do you not respond well to physicality is the single best indicator. So when I see a Division I kid, playing, high level competition, then he gets up against a bigger team and suddenly he doesn't want to drive anymore, that's where I'm like, you're not going to win.
And I think that we're in a space where I think that we're in a space right now with Evan Mobley, with Jared Allen, with this team where they have to prove that they can stand up to that level of physicality. They have to prove that they can stand up to it if you're going to be an NBA champion, because the other stuff I think is there. I think the offense is there. I think the pick and dive game is there. I think the pick and pop game is there. I think defensively in terms of rebounding, I think that's there. Rim protecting, I think that's there. It's the question of are you still going to get pushed around? Because once you push back and now we have to play basketball, now you find out that the bully isn't really that tough, because what the bully is banking on, the bully is going to punch you in the face, Ron, and what he's banking on you cowering. He's banking on you cheesing up. He ain't banking on you punching him back. And now he recognizes that, oh shit, I got to fight this dude now. And I actually got to get in the ring and I got to throw punches with him instead of him just rolling over. With this Cavs team, with Evan Mobley, with Jared Allen, once you're able to stand up to the physicality, and now we have to actually play basketball where you can get in the lane and get your jump hook going, which Evan Mobley has been really good this season at his right-hand jump hook. Also, with his ability to catch and shoot. Same thing with Jared Allen, his ability around the rim to finish. Once we find out that now we got to play basketball, and Donovan Mitchell's pull-up game has been immaculate this year. He's been fantastic at that. I think that their rotation guys have been really good in causing turnovers and getting out in transition. This is all the basketball stuff that we have to do. Once we get to that, then I think you got a chance. The question is are you going to be able to push through the level of physicality that these teams are banking on you folding on?
All right, fellas.
What's wrong? Why you was doing that?
Doing what? I was laughing. I was laughing at the chat because someone said some dudes get grabbed and get soft. Happens all depends on the dude, and I just died laughing. I'm sorry.
That's what we were trying to figure out when you was going on that tangent. You was just setting it up. You went from bending dudes over to
Trent, you are so nasty. I swear.
I'm just saying that's what I heard.
They bent him in half and put him in the trunk.
I know what you're talking about. Focus, as you were saying. Right?
I don't know what you're talking about. However, we learned a couple different things. We learned a couple different things.
Yep.
We learned that the Pistons
I just heard it.
should be scared of the Cavs. And then we learned that the Cavs should be scared of the Raptors. And then we learned that the Raptors should be scared of the Hornets. And then we learned that the Hornets aren't scared of anybody. That's what we learned.
And we also learned that when you grab some guys, they get up for that.
Yes, they do. 100%.
Hey, here's what we're gonna do, y'all. We're gonna get up for a segment that we have next.
Mhm.
All right. The segment that we have
when you're
is
saying it doesn't sound that way, and then you hear it. And it's just like, oh shit, I could totally see it. My bad,
Yeah,
yo.
There you go.
That's all I'm saying. Stiffen up when you get grabbed. You know what I'm saying? It might be the pheromones.
I feel like I just had a pirate moment.
Pheromones.
You know?
Whoa. Keep going, Ron. Let's go to the next. My man in the
typically
chat
we do our rankings, we do our lists, we do our drafts and stuff like that on Thursdays. But have you ever had Taco Tuesday on a Thursday? Well, we're gonna do our rankings on a Tuesday.
My son don't go for that. We can only have tacos on Tuesdays. He don't play.
Our son is like, hey, I better not come in here on Tuesday on Thursday or Tuesday and his tacos in here. Hell no. We're gonna have a problem, Pops.
He'll lose his mind.
Hell no.
Tacos, it's Thursday.
The hell you doing, yo? We ain't doing that.
So I eat Taco Tuesday every day of the week. But either way it goes, we on Tuesday and we about to get into our rankings. Well, but I need to focus though, chill. But anyways, this is what we doing right now. We about to jump into this. Hey, chat. We got 3 teams because that's what they're doing today for the draft. You got Vince Carter, Tracy McGrady, and them guys are Carmelo Anthony. They're the 3 coaches. They'll be drafting 3 teams. So we have Team A, Team B, and Team C. But I need you guys to break us up into 3 teams. Who should the teams be? Who do you guys want to be partners?
I got Morris.
I got
I stand with Ox.
I got Pembroke.
Yeah, well, hold on. So Chill and Penn, Mars and Ox, me and Jordan?
No, Ron. Me and you, Ron. We literally just said, Ox, who did you say you had?
Morris.
And how did I just say I had Penn?
Penn.
So who does that leave, Ron?
Me and Ron.
So you want me on your team?
Oh my God. I swear. We are boxing.
Ron,
So
you know what? Ron, you know what?
Just
look at it as they doubted us. So we're gonna make an awesome team. They doubted us.
I'm not on Ron's team. I'm not. I'm playing against Ron. Get on the other side of the floor, Ron.
They doubted us, Ron.
No.
Ron, we the underdog.
Right. Let's do it, y'all. All right, so me and Drench, Ox and Mars, Chill and Penn. We still need an order though, y'all. Who's team A? Who's
We going
team B?
first. We got pick last. What?
I don't understand.
What do you mean we got picked last? You can't pick last when you're picking your own teams. You spoke last.
We got picked last. We going first.
You ain't picked last. You spoke
right
last.
away. Ox, as soon as he said, I got Mars. I got Penn. Well, we last. We first now.
Chad, I need a team order. Or I need, give us an order. Which team's going first? Which team's going second? Which
Jordan,
team's going
I don't
last?
want to live in this
You guys
world where
obviously know that this is a snake draft.
You keep rewarding losers. Okay, y'all were last. Stay last.
Well, you know what?
That's not how the lottery works.
That ain't how it works.
That's how this lottery works.
All right, here we go. So, Team Chill first, Team Mars second. This is Team Drench, by the way.
No. Why we gonna listen to DSG?
No, it's all good. He dropped it in the chat first. It's all good. We got the snake.
Can we be honest here? Y'all tanked. Y'all tried to tank this. We're trying to fix tanking.
It's all right, Ron. We're gonna be the
We are
first,
definitely
second
trying to
round
fix
picks to
tanking.
make first team all
Ox was
NBA.
trying to win the championship. He picked first, and then Chill was like, all right, might as
Hey,
well
man,
go second.
I speak up, man. Close my mouth.
Exactly.
Fair. Y'all can sit around in the back all you want.
Jordan trying to be like
Starving.
Jordan trying to
Hungry
be
as
the
hell.
Sound like a greedy
Washington
nigga to
Wizards
me.
right here.
Hey, Ron, I'm gonna eat regardless.
I am not leaving
Yeah,
here hungry,
yeah.
as my grandmother would say.
I'm gonna
No,
ask
I
for
will
something.
not. Mm-mm.
All right, if you guys need me to share, well, you guys got to look up the rookies and the sophomores yourself. You should know who they are. But in case you don't, one more time, the rookies are Cedric Howard, Yegor Dimon, VJ Edgecombe, Jeremiah Fears, Cooper Flagg, Dylan Harper, Trey Johnson, Con Knipple, Colin Murray Boyles, and Derek Queen. The sophomores, Matas Buzelis, Stephon Castle, Donovan Clingan, Keyshawn George, AJ Mitchell, Alex Sarr, Reed Shepard, Cam Spencer, Jalen Tyson, Khalil Ware, and Jalen Wales. I'll be putting
Ron,
this on the screen though, so we can see.
If you want, you can send it to me and or I'll share it and you can just go back and forth if you want to pull it up or whatnot. You know.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Ron, do you have any idea what you're doing right now? Do you have any idea?
Yeah. Oh god damn.
This guy-
All right, look, you guys just tell me the players. I'll upload them. The joint went. Don't even worry about it. Just tell me your players. I'll get it on the board and we'll do it that way. We snake drafted, so it starts with.
Let's go back and forth. You pick, I'll pick. You pick, I'll pick. Let's make it easier.
Okay.
All
right. Mars and Chill and Penn. So you guys first.
Penn, I like Alex Sarr.
Veto. Can we please pick somebody better than Alex?
Teamwork is fried already.
Okay.
Oh damn. He wants Conker Nipple. He wants Conker Nipples.
Okay, could we compromise with Cooper Flagg?
Yes, that was my next. I was about to say Cooper Flagg.
Okay, so my second pick and your second pick are the same. Okay, can I ask you a question? Why do you want Alex Sarr?
Because I'm trying to build the unit a certain way. That's why.
Is that way winning?
Yes.
Okay, fine. You know what?
But
let's
go
go with the teamwork. Let's go with Alex.
But I tell you what, Penn, you like Cooper Flagg. I like Cooper Flagg too. So let's start with Cooper Flagg. Let's do that.
Cool.
All right, y'all got Cooper Flagg. Hold on, y'all. Just give me a second.
Yeah.
Mars and Akshaw can go next.
Go ahead, Mars. You go first.
We'll take Conker Nipple.
Damn it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, hold on, y'all. I'm loading these players onto this thing so we can put them on. Just give me a second. Drench, who you want to rock with?
Con off the board, Cooper Flagg off the board. Shit. Let's rock with VJ.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at VJ.
Yeah,
and we got another pick. I'm not mad at going with VJ and Stephon.
What about Donovan Clingan?
I mean,
nah, fuck it. Let's go with Stephon.
Yeah.
And what do you know, Chill? What do you know? We got your number one pick at number 5.
It's our pick. It's our pick because we're going reverse.
You don't want him no more, so don't fucking take him just because we want him.
It's Ox's pick. It's Ox's pick. I'm just letting you know it's our pick right now. So
you know
if Alex Sarr gets taken, it's because we have the pick.
All right. I mean, chill. You can still have Khalil Ware when I get Alex Sarr.
With that being said, Ox.
But you know I want Matas Buzelis.
So. Okay.
That's why I didn't take him because I knew he was going to be available. So I was like, just go get Matas.
You knew that was going to happen. Now, Chill, full disclosure, Alex Sarr still wouldn't be my pick here. I would probably go with AJ Mitchell, but we do have Cooper Flagg.
I was thinking about that's who I was Penn, you and me, we on the same page, brother, because that's who I was thinking about at the lead guard spot. Yes, I was liking AJ Mitchell. Yes, I was. All right.
But you did like Alex Sarr. So does us taking Cooper Flagg screw up your Alex Sarr vision? Because we got back-to-back picks here.
No, it doesn't. And the reason why it doesn't is because he didn't take Alex Sarr. That's number one. Number two, we got our lead guard in AJ Mitchell. We already got our wing and Cooper Flagg.
Guess what, Joe? We got both of them. Let's take them both.
Yes,
we got AJ Mitchell and Alex Sarr.
And Alex Sarr. Yes, sir.
Y'all cooked, man.
Mm-hmm.
We winning this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so as of right now, Chill and Penn have
The lead.
Cooper Flag, AJ Mitchell, Alex Sarr. It's now on Oxymars. They have Con Knipple and Matas Buzelis. Are you guys gonna stay with the trend?
Who do you guys have? Who did you guys draft?
Stephon.
All right, cool. So I'm thinking strategically. I do think we should keep our demographic going. So I'm gonna take Donovan Klinger. And hopefully you're on the same page with me on your next pick.
Shit. Ron,
What's up?
what we looking at? Derek Queen or Trey Johnson?
Y'all trying to build like the 60s,
I mean, we
50s Celtics?
we could get both, but I mean, I want Khalil Ware though.
Y'all finna lose.
It's only
Yeah,
two
we can get
bigs.
Khalil Ware and Derek Queen.
You
do
could.
that? Let's do
You
it.
go
Let's
back to
clean
back,
up.
right?
Yeah.
We already got 2 guards.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got Khalil and Derek
Oxy,
Queen.
you getting the right player?
We'll take Reed Shepard.
There we go. We will take Reed Shepard. Yep. Good shit.
I thought he was gonna slip. I did. I thought
Ron,
he was gonna slip. I
can
was
you
like,
show us
Mark
the
Price
board,
is
please?
next. I was like, Mark Price is next on my list.
Just so we can see everybody on here. Okay. So
I
we-
love our team. You know our team play the right way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, shut up. Okay. Chill. I am okay. So Stephon gone.
Well, think about how we okay, we got our lead guard, right? Okay.
Chill. We about to be the nastiest defense here.
Well, yes, we are, but this is an all-star game too. Don't leave that part
Mhm.
out. So again, we got our lead guard, right? We set there. We got our wing, right? We set there. We got our big. Okay, so Mars already took the sharpshooter. We got another sharpshooter in the draft too. How about this kid Johnson from Washington?
I'll give Chill. I'm surprised you, Cleveland fan, are not trying to talk me into Jalen Tyson here.
The reason why I'm not trying to talk you into Jalen Tyson is because we already got Mitchell.
Okay,
Right?
so the way I'm thinking is, what if we build a team where Cooper is our 4,
Mm-hmm.
Alex is our 5, AJ is
I wish I
our
would hurry up.
Ages.
That's what I'm saying.
God damn.
Yo, we trying to be strategic here, y'all. Okay, chill. Here's what I'm
Yes, sir.
thinking. What about Dylan Harper?
No.
Okay,
We already got our lead guard. We straight.
but having multiple
Can we get a
ball
shot
hand-
clock for this
but
shit?
having multiple ball handlers here would be really good. How about like I really want Dylan Harper here because I think he's gonna cook up in this event, and I would go with either Keyshawn George, Jalen Tyson, or some shooter that you want. Because there ain't a center on the board.
5,
My bad. We'll take Harper.
3.
We'll take Harper and
What
we'll
about
take
Yegor Demon? He's shooting 40% from 3.
He wants
You
Trey
want-
Johnson. He wants.
Oh,
Trey
you want Trey Johnson?
yeah. So I'll take Dylan. We'll take Dylan and we'll take Trey Johnson.
Cool.
Okay, we'll take Cam Spencer. Thank you. We'll take Cam Spencer.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Because me and Ox,
Oh,
we communicate telepathically. We on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
All
we
right,
know what we do.
Drench, we got to get Keyshawn George.
Uh,
I'd say him and Cedric or him and Jalen.
Jalen who?
Jalen Wells.
Jalen Tyson. Oh, Jalen Wells.
I didn't even see Jalen Wells up there.
Nah, he there.
Yeah. So remaining people, we got CMB, Cedric Coward, Jalen Tyson, Jeremiah Fears, Yegor Demon, Jalen Wells, Keyshawn George.
So we can take both George and Coward.
George and Coward.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We only have one option left, Ox.
Yang.
We'll take Yegor Denham.
Yes, we will. Yeah.
Yegor Denham.
Denim.
All right.
Okay, who's left for us?
What's his
You
name?
got
Demon, Dioman, however you say it.
No, it's
Yegor,
Denham.
Mr.
Oh, my
Yegor.
bad. My bad. My bad.
Is-
We do.
is Denim?
We don't have a need for Jeremiah Fears. I like CMB a lot.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
Of course. Shot.
Let's go CMB
I'm,
one,
I'm surprised I didn't get him.
and then who else is available, Ron?
Tyson. Jalen Tyson. I think he's still on the board.
Yeah,
Tyson?
Tyson, Fears, and Jalen Wells.
I like Coward better than all them.
I
Is
like
Coward
Coward
still on the board?
Hell no,
I was about to say. I was like, if he's still on the board, like, what are we doing?
Yeah, let's take Tyson and CMB.
Yep, that's what it is.
That's what you want, Chill?
Yes,
It is your
Tyson.
team. It's Team
Yes,
Chill.
sir. Mhm.
Are you
Tyson.
sure?
I don't think so.
Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right, Mars and Ox, you guys unfortunately have to cross into a different barrier, a different demographic. But however, you have Jeremiah Fears or Jalen Wells.
Those are the only two players.
You can pick
Those are the
Jansen.
only
You
two
can pick
players,
Hang. You can pick Jansen Hang.
Nah, he's with
No,
the G
you
Leaguers.
can't. He's the G League.
Who
Why
do
is
I
he with the
think?
G League?
I think one of them
Because he ain't-
fits our target audience a bit more, even if they aren't, So
I think
There
we'll
we
just
go.
play with 6, fellas. I think we'll just play with 6.
I would love
Oh
to do
my
that. Can we do
God,
that? Yeah,
boycotting.
can we
a
do
pick?
that? Yeah, can we do that? Can we play with 6 players?
Hell no. Y'all better pick.
Please,
They
please
can't. They
do.
can't,
Nah,
they
y'all
can't
can-
force us to pick. Ron.
This
They
guy
can't
can just
force
be a
us.
DMP. Like,
Wait,
we don't
wait a
have
second.
to
Wait a
play.
second. There's how many players are there to pick?
21, right? So 3 teams
So
of 7.
Yeah, it's 21.
You only need 5 to play basketball. So
I mean, you
I
can ask
agree.
Chill and Pin to trade you
We only got
trade
one
you
white
Jalen
player.
Wells for Cooper Flag.
Do you guys have
Yeah,
anyone
right.
who we'd want?
We
Who, us?
only have one white
Yeah,
player.
you, Ox, and
Shit,
and
yo,
Ox,
whoa,
Ron
whoa!
and
This
Jordan.
isn't about skin tone. Pen, relax.
Yes, it is. Y'all.
Yeah, I don't know why you're
forced-
making bold assumptions. Can we see Jordan and Ron's?
Oh, you ain't getting nothing off our team.
Hey, Mars.
I just want to look.
Hey, we
Oh,
play
you
hip
got-
hop
yeah,
in
you
our
got-
life.
Mars
Yeah, you
is
guys-
like
you guys-
2
all
seconds
right.
away from asking for Jeremiah Fears Ancestry.com report. Man, stop it.
No,
Ain't they gonna
if
get
we
you for
have
that?
to if we have to take someone who doesn't fit the identity of the team, I think Jalen Wells would fit the culture a bit better.
Yeah, you know, a preppy Sacramento dude. That sounds about right.
I didn't even realize that Mars and Ox took all the white boys. All right.
I didn't
You
know-
ain't see what's
what?
happening.
Okay.
Welcome to the show,
Yeah.
Chill.
Oh
Okay.
shit! I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, they took all the white.
I no, we were just trying to build a team with
Yeah.
good culture and no off the court issues. You know, what
They
I'm
got
saying?
all the white dudes. Yes,
Yeah,
they
we
do.
were-
I was just picking the players I like.
Well, I guess it's
didn't-
me
I
and,
didn't know.
me and Ron back.
Mhm.
Ron, who we got? Jeremiah Fears?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
You
leaves
got-
us
You
with
got,
Jeremiah
Chill,
Fears.
you got to understand, Chill. I don't see color.
I don't
know what I'm
either.
saying? I just
I
pick
just noticed
basketball
that.
players.
You know
I
what's
literally
really
just
going to be
noticed
funny?
that.
When Jeremiah
We
Fears
got a
wins
team.
MVP of this event, when Jeremiah Fears wins MVP of this event, we're all going to look idiotic.
Because he really might. No,
He
he
really
You
might.
really
might.
won't trade. You
Like,
really won't trade us Cooper Flag for Jalen Wells. You really won't do that.
No, I will not do that. No.
Well,
all right, 3-team trade. Look. They get Cooper Flag. Y'all get Jalen Wells. We get Alex Sarr.
Wait, what?
Who are you giving up?
Jeremiah Fears?
No.
Salute.
No.
I like our team. I think me and Ox built a really good team for the most part. Like,
Y'all built the most boringest team in basketball, but rock with it.
86% of our team. I like it.
I mean, we got shooters. We got a solid big man.
I know we got the best team. I think y'all should just debate who got the worst team.
We got high feel for the game, guys who play the game the right way,
Some
sneaky
sneaky
athletes.
athleticism.
How your
Yeah,
credit
like-
scores? How your credit scores, Mark?
Y'all at a private
Your
school
credit
for
score's
real.
good?
That's what y'all at. Y'all at a private
Yeah,
school.
I'll credit through the roof. Like we we good, man. I don't know. We good. That's it. We good.
And we got
Hey.
the best player. We got the best player of
Can
all.
we name
Montes
these teams?
Buzelis.
We
No,
should
Montes
name these
Buzelis.
teams.
Montes Buzelis is clearly the best player of this whole pool. So we good.
He's really not.
Respect Derek Queen.
Nah, I'm cool.
Yeah, getting DQ that late is kind of crazy. Not gonna lie.
All right,
I love
fellas.
Ox.
Well, let's dive back into these super chats. We got a few of them. The first one is from Randy Ballin. Said, based on reporting, it's looking probable that Tatum is going to return and not too far in the future. If true, is that going to put the Celtics at the top of the East? Tell the truth, fellas. What does this mean?
I still prefer Detroit. I'm kidding. Don't worry. Yeah, it would.
Ron, I ain't buying it.
Expecting someone to contribute highly.
Yeah,
Rest
man. I
of the
mean,
year
let's-
off and then
let's-
Achilles.
come on, man.
I have a hard time.
I mean, he hasn't. All they hear is Jason Tatum. They don't hear the fact that I haven't played basketball in almost a year, and I'm coming off a career-ending injury. By the way, like these injuries end careers, and now they expect him to play at a championship level. They expect him to play at a championship level after being out all that time and getting right back in the lineup right before the playoffs start. And don't think for 1 second, well, they don't need him to play. Yes, they do. They need him to play at that level if they're going to win the championship. And he's not going to be able to do that. No, Ron, stop. He's not going to be able to do that.
To be fair,
no.
I think y'all probably know where I'm going with this. There was another championship that was won, and it was another player that kind of, was the 1A.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, the captain's still there.
The Finals MVP is still healthy.
Yes, he is still healthy.
He is. That's why you don't need Jason Tatum.
Okay, then.
I'd like to be honest with you, Rod. I'd like to see what that looks like. And on top of that, when the Finals MVP was there, Jason Tatum was still playing at a championship level, and he had been there the entire season. So it's not like he was playing and he wasn't there the entire season. No, he hasn't played all year long. This isn't. I think this is ridiculous to think that Jason Tatum could come back and play at that level after coming off an Achilles injury like that. No.
I personally just think you guys are overthinking this. It's basketball. Jason Tatum's been playing basketball his whole life.
Yes, he has.
He'll be all right. He will. Jason Tatum.
Is all right going to be enough to win, Ron? No, is all right going to be enough to win?
I mean, they once again, the East is butt naked, wide.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Chill.
What is not?
The Celtics. The Celtics, as currently constructed, can beat any team in the East. Beat any team in the East.
The Celtics can win the East right now without Jason Tatum.
Yeah. So with Jason Tatum, and on top of that, it's a lot of reports coming out saying they're going to upgrade at the trade deadline. Yes.
You think they could beat them?
I don't know why you guys are so high on Detroit. I mean, I do understand, but it's just
like they could beat the Knicks 4 times in a week without currently with what they have. You think they could beat the Knicks 4 times in a week?
Knicks gonna be tough. The Knicks.
Yeah. Things have to line up correctly. The beauty of the playoffs is I don't have to beat all other 7 teams. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else can beat somebody. Somebody else can beat somebody. You know what I mean? So
I could get with that.
If Toronto takes care of New York for them, and Cleveland takes care of Detroit. Well, no. Detroit takes care of Cleveland.
Or you said it right the first time. Donovan Mitchell gets busy and they end up bouncing them.
Only thing is I think Detroit is the one team that I don't think Cleveland wants to play. I think Cleveland can beat everybody in the East except for maybe Detroit, just because of that physicality issue. But chill. Let's say the Hornets come and take care of everybody else for them. Boom. Boom, chill. If the Hornets take care of Detroit or Toronto for them, Celtics winning that East.
All right, DNE MLV said, y'all seen the statistic that the Lakers are allowing a league worst 70% shooting at the rim. That center rotation makes me sick.
Talk to me about DeAndre Ayton, yo.
Damn, man.
I have nothing to say about DeAndre Ayton, Penn. Nothing.
I was just
nothing good or just nothing.
He hasn't really been that bad. It's just that it's the Lakers, and I just expect more from him, considering he on that group with that team. So it's unfortunate. I was expecting like an 18-10 dude this year. That's what I was looking at, like an efficient 18-10, really good player, but clearly no. I've been getting 20-10. I've been getting 25-10, and then I'll get 14-6. Then I'll get 11-5. Then I'll get a guy that's not really engaged in what we're doing. So it's been such an up and down season with DeAndre Ayton. So
it ain't been up and down. It's really just been down.
No, it hasn't been. That's not true. He's been playing. He has been playing good in stretches. So that's not true. Not true at all.
When he's stretching warm up.
He's shooting his most free throws in 3 seasons. So
imagine that. He's actually getting to the stripe this year.
Yeah.
He wasn't getting to the stripe. He wasn't getting to the stripe at all last year, if we're being honest.
Yeah, he ain't getting that all this year either, though.
Respect his 1.7 free throws. Lock in, man. Respect it. Yeah. That's my demon. 63% of the line, too. Nice.
The next super chat is from Indie Screenshots. Indy said this man Chilltown really hopped his happy ass up there and said the Sixers don't even need a third to have a better young trio than Charlotte. Tighten the fuck up.
No, I'm
Them
not.
Boys in
NC
NC is not playing.
Get out of here. I'm not. VJ Edgecombe and Maxey together is better than your three guys moving forward. Yes, they are.
Brandon Miller and LaMelo.
Yes, they are.
Orcon?
Yep.
I don't know
I'm
about
standing
that.
on that.
Are you sure that VJ Edgecombe?
Well, VJ, in my opinion, is quite clearly the worst player there.
Yeah, out of all of them.
VJ is quite clearly the worst player. And then Maxey's the best.
I think Khan is better than VJ right now. I don't know about going forward, but I know for right now. I know there was this clip that went kind of like that I think PC posted where I think it was Ox who was comparing VJ Edgecombe to Dwayne Wade, right?
He was comparing him to something crazy though. Something crazy. I remember it was something crazy.
Yeah, you know who it was. I know who it was. I just ain't gonna say
it. Was that super hot take segment when Ron kept telling us we have to say crazy shit.
Oh, it was Anthony Edwards. Yeah, it was Anthony Edwards. That shit was crazy.
I would never disrespect Dwayne Wade.
I said that. I said that. What I said, Penn, was that I think he's the next iteration of the great two guard in the game.
Right.
Anthony Edwards, Dwayne Wade.
I'm not lying. He might get there, but right now, Brandon Miller and Con Kniffel, they're not that much older than him, and they are significantly better than him right now.
Penn, you remember when Ron was messaging us right there in the private chat, talking about, man, we clip for him and say something wild, Ox.
That's never happened.
Thank you, Penn.
Sorry to blow up your spot there, but that ain't never happened.
Some people have integrity. Hey, if you would have asked Chill would have lied. If you would have asked Mars would have lied. But Penn got integrity.
No,
I don't have integrity.
Chat, who y'all gonna believe?
Me
or Ron and Penn?
I definitely, Ox. If you'd asked me that question, I definitely would have rolled with you.
I believe me.
I know, but the chat, the chat wanted, so I asked Penn.
Hey,
but
don't try to pitch it on me. You said that boy was gonna be Anthony Edwards. What do you always say?
Chad, who you gonna believe, me or Ron?
Look,
be for real.
Hey, I know. Ox is castrated, but find something to stand on.
Anyway, yeah, like I just
castrated is crazy.
I love
something
BJ.
to stand on,
I
big
love
Ox.
BJ. Chill. I love him. I think if I'm being honest, I'm not sure between him, Con, and Dylan who's going to be the best, and I really don't know between those three who's going to be.
I think it's going to be VJ. I do. Of the three of those guys,
I think it's going to be Brandon Miller.
I think they're going to be better. I think Maxey and VJ, if they can hold those guys together, I think they're going to be the best backcourt in the league.
I think Brandon Miller gonna have an action at it. I think y'all really sleeping on Brandon Miller for real. To be honest with you,
he's really great. I did not like him in college. Right for sure. I did not like him in college. I did not like him coming.
I don't know why I didn't like him in college, but
dude, there was a huge debate between him and Scoot, and
I said he was way better than Scoot.
Yeah, and I thought Scoot was way better.
Well, yeah, I was wrong last shit. Whoops.
Yeah, I was wrong too,
I said Scoot was way better. Yeah. I didn't like.
Yeah, but I feel like Brandon Miller. He's just a crash out. Brandon Miller just emotional, but like as far as his game, nah, bro, I got some steps to his game that he gonna take too. Like that shit just gonna go off.
Yeah,
but telling you, Brandon Miller like
he
that.
big as hell too. What 6'7",
6'8",
legit 6'8".
Yeah,
the things he could do, and this is the same way I feel about AJ. When you're able to move like that fluid with the ball at that type of size, and you got springs too.
Yeah,
like it's just a whole nother gear that you can kick into. I'm not saying that they're going to, but they have the capability to do that.
Yeah.
AJ kind of move a little bit different from that. AJ doesn't move as well as y'all, as well as, in my opinion, he don't move as well as like people like give him credit for. I mean, he's big, he can handle the ball, but as far as like the way his body moves, it's kind of weird. But like,
can you think of a guy who's 6'10" who moves better than him?
No. I'm saying he moves well for his size. I'm talking about as far as like the fluid of the way his body is.
Yeah, but it always has to be relative to how big you are, right? Like we're not going to compare someone who's 6'10" to someone who's 6'2".
Correct. But I'm just saying, like he kind of moves kind of funny, like with his body. Like I don't know if it's
unorthodox.
Unorthodox is good.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Well, it can be good.
I like the way he
moves
moves
too, though.
Yeah,
for sure.
he just got a lot of wiggle to him where he just like, I don't
Yes,
know.
Ron, that's it right there. Like those counters, like that bam and bam, and be able to create space and yes, he got a lot of that. He got a lot of that to him. I like that.
Yeah, he also got a lot. I also think one of the flaws that I think that just sticks right in my head is when he goes into contact, he gets stopped. You know, like a running back when running back hit the hole and somebody meet him in the hole, and he gets stood up. He get that done to him a lot, but he's able to counter after, and then like he got a step through that he does all the time that works. But I think he gonna have to figure out something on that first initial like punch in the gap.
He's going to have more space in the NBA. He's going to have so much more space in the NBA, especially if he goes to a team that actually is pretty decent and can provide him some spacing with the shooters and the screeners. And when this guy gets 2 feet in the paint, oh my God, it's over.
Yeah, he get 2 feet in the paint. Good at that.
I remember we were on Playback over a year ago at this point. Shout out to Playback. And I said that I would take him over Cooper Flagg right now. And that was back then when he was 17 years old. I stand by that. I stand by that 100%.
I like the fact that and also too, Ron, I just want to make sure we're talking about the same guy. Are we talking about the Bonta? Or are we talking about
yeah, we're talking about AJ.
Like the fact that he's as wiry as he is, I think that gives him an advantage also because when I'm bigger, I'm not able to get through gaps. As opposed to when he is as wiry as he is, he can get through gaps and he can get into spaces that bigger guys, that are wider can't get through. And the fact that he's as long as he is, I think he's really good at finishing in the paint too. Really good. So
stop this, Jordan.
I'm just laughing
AJ
at Mars.
good,
Mars is laughing.
Yes.
I'm just seeing what's going on back
You
there.
have you have graduated from the 20s and you are now in your 30s, which means you can no longer laugh at petty stuff like this. You can just leave that shit just
that's a fair point. Yeah, that's a fair point.
That ain't no fair.
You guys too old to be finding shit funny. Yeah.
You have now achieved
I gotta be Cam Thomas now.
Pay your taxes.
Yeah, ain't shit funny. Ain't shit funny.
Mars, you don't start paying taxes at 30. You know that,
not.
right?
No, but that's the moment where you start your whole life is about paying your taxes. There's no room for fun. Yeah, there's no room for fun. Just pay your taxes, keep it pushing.
Of all the people who don't want, I don't know what's going on.
Remember that time we was in that car, Ox and Ron? I said in San Francisco, if I'm gonna live out there, shit, they're gonna have to come get me. All them joints in front of my house, I ain't paying shit. All them, my tax money clearly not working. If I got all them fit busters in front of my house, leaning over and shit like that, shit. Who gonna come collect the taxes where I'm living in San Francisco? You ain't coming down there.
See, they just living their best life, and you hanging on them. Crazy.
Exactly. But I gotta pay taxes. I ain't paying shit then.
Jonathan Frazier paid a super chat. Jonathan Frazier said Dalton is so garbage that he couldn't even make a Rising Stars challenge as a sophomore. Also, welcome back, 24 Luca. That boy been hooping.
I will tell you one thing. If Dalton Connect had made this team, I know one team that would have picked him.
Oh, we would have Dalton on our team. Yeah,
I like Dalton. I always did. I was really upset that we didn't draft him. Instead, we drafted Devin Carter. Yeah, we drafted Devin Carter. I really wanted.
Do you think the Lakers screwed him up?
I was never that high on Dalton. So
I was. I thought he was.
You wanted him to go number 6. Yeah, I remember
to Charlotte. Yeah. I thought that. I
he then drafted Con Knipple and corrected your mistake.
No. They actually
no. It was
Salon. That's what it took. Yeah.
I'll take.
But chill. The thing about it is, I don't know who screwed him up. I don't know what the situation is. I know he's better than Devin Carter.
I could get with that because I wasn't high on Devin Carter, but I thought there was some promise there. I mean, let the Big East in scoring, bucket getting guard. Man, but then I seen him in the summer league, and I was like, I think that they got this wrong.
Then you seen that shit on his head, huh? And you was like, he ain't serious.
Hey, respect my follically challenged brethren. Come on.
Yeah, brother. Got Bobo.
He's miniature.
He's small. He doesn't compete on the defensive end. He can't navigate through screens. His playmaking with the basketball is below average. And I understand that when you get to the next level, they got to teach you this stuff, right? I'm not just here figuring it out. To your point, Ox, coaches got to coach, but there has to be something there in order for us to work with. And I don't think what you're looking for with him, it's there. No, I don't.
Mars, you said follically challenged. I heard something else. I heard phallically challenged, and I was like,
Oh,
what's he
God,
talking
no.
about? What?
Well, I don't know what Devin Carter's situation is in that regard. I'm not going. Yeah, I don't know.
It's the accent, man. It's just the accent.
Drench, unfortunately.
It's just like when he
don't
say
have
the center for Charlotte. What's that dude name? The center for Charlotte?
Musa.
Kalkbrenner.
Oh, no, he's on Ryan Kalkbrenner.
Yeah.
Kalkbrenner, not what you thinking, Goofy.
Tweet, yo.
Maybe that's why I
you
think
guys-
Musa
yeah.
clears. Maybe that's why I
Oh
think.
my goodness.
I'm just going off of what Mars
We better
said,
do
bro.
this.
That's it.
Oh
I
my
just heard what he
God, yo.
said.
So, as you were saying,
Anna
Ron,
Monica,
as you were saying, Ron.
Anna Monica Studios sent through a super chat and said, "For all you who put Jokic over Shea, why wouldn't guys like Tatum and Luka, or why wouldn't guys like Tatum and Luka? Everything that Jokic does better than Shea, so do they. Plus, Luka better handle and Tatum the best defender here."
If I'm
Tatum
putting
is
Joker
the
over
best
Shea,
defender here. I'll give you that.
if I'm putting Joker
And
over
Monica
Shea,
all over the place on this one.
yeah, that's what I was about to say, Drench. If I'm putting Joker over Shea, I got to do that. I got to put
Tatum and
Tatum
Luka.
over Luka. Why? Because
But you
everything
put Tatum and Luka over Shea, too.
because everything the Joker does better than Shea, they do that better than Luka. Is that what I'm understanding?
The same reasons Jokic should be over Shea, the same reasons Luka and Tatum should be over Shea. That's what he's saying.
I disagree, but okay.
I don't know if I understand. No.
Do they all have a case over Shea? Does Luka have a case to be better than Shea?
I'm
Yeah,
on.
he can make
Anybody
games.
up here?
Y'all know that I'm a Jason Tatum dude, but I think SGA has passed him. Yeah.
I think when it comes to these four
Tape,
basketball
yeah.
players, I
Yeah.
think with these four basketball players, I think it's fair to have any of them in any order.
And I don't think that it's a hot take neither, Mars. I don't. I was.
We've come a long way. Y'all
Yeah.
remember this conversation 2 years ago?
Any of them in any order,
times,
and let
good times.
Chill tell it that y'all been trying to jump him all year for even trying to put Tatum in these conversations. What are you talking
Well,
about?
I
Chill,
never,
you
I
can't
never
change
did.
your
I was
mind
I was
that
actually.
hurt.
It's,
You were
it's
on his-
actually it's actually funny you said that because I was higher on Tatum than Chill was because I was willing to tell y'all how much better I thought he was than Luka Doncic and even Nikola Jokic. So no, I'm fully supporting Jason Tatum in this conversation.
Wait a second. You
I have. Well,
you thought Tatum was better than Jokic,
He was. Where were you at?
At the point, yes, I did.
and you said this out loud.
One was going home in the second round. The other one was winning championships. You know what I'm saying?
And one of them,
It's
one
not
of
like
them
I'm-
actually,
it's not
one of
like
them
I'm not-
actually contributes on both sides of the floor.
man, it's not like I'm not.
One of them
standing
beat
on
the
that.
other one
I-
in
I-
the Olympics to go to the finals.
Nah, he ain't really do shit, but I got you.
Hey. One of them beat the other in the Olympics to go to the gold
I'm
medal.
still
You're right,
standing
you're
on
right.
where I am with Jason Tatum, but I can also recognize that a guy has passed him up. And the conversation we was having 2 years ago with Jason Tatum and SGA, it became a conversation. But now I think that SGA, from what he's done over the last couple of years, and the fact that Jason Tatum has now fallen out because of injury, yes, I think he's passed him. Absolutely. I think the same could be said if as good as Luka is, as good as Luka is, and if SGA or if Jason Tatum was doing what he was doing, and Luka ended up going out with injury, and Jason Tatum was doing what he was doing, and ended up winning the league MVP and won the NBA championship again, like I think that we'd be having a different conversation about Luka and Jason Tatum. I don't think that that's ridiculous to think that.
Yeah, Sacred, to answer your question, DeMarcus Cousins better than all four of these niggas, man.
Worse
Moving on.
than all.
All right, the next super chat. Speaking of somebody here, the super chat is from Legend is here. 123. Legend said Luka Doncic, absolute masterclass last night. Best in the world combos coming back. Crazy that people was putting him in Brown and K talks.
I still
all it
think.
took was Luka making some threes, man.
How about
I
that?
told you,
Imagine
that's
that.
all I told every night. That's all it was gonna take.
Imagine
All
that.
this panicking. Oh, Luka, you're not doing it, man. Just call it what it was. You was upset he weren't making threes. Now Luka making threes, all is good with the world. Shout out to
Hey,
Luka for
Luka, I never went
timing it
anywhere.
perfectly.
I still think
shout out to
Jalen
Luka.
Brown.
I've been
timing it
saying you was the
perfectly
best
for
scorer
when
in the
I said
world.
it.
That's just
I never
stupid,
went
man.
anywhere, Luka.
I still think.
Dino.
I still think Jalen Brown should be higher on the MVP ladder than Luka, though.
I can get with
I
that.
think he's more valuable to his team's success than Luka is to his.
But shout out to
mean,
Luka.
they're
Last night,
both
46,
super
11
valuable.
assists, 7 rebounds.
Mm-hmm.
Hot take.
Fair
Shout
enough.
out to Luka.
Mm-hmm.
The next super chat I got is from Big Fan Breezy with the Brooklyn. Breezy said, Traegor Dimon, a rising rookie.
Yeah.
Can I hear y'all talk about Traegor Dimon, a rising rookie? Can I hear y'all talk about how vital the PG is in the modern NBA / franchises? Had most success building from what position?
Is he saying Traeger because of like the grill?
No, it's Traegor because of the threes.
He makes threes.
He's made more threes than 2 so far, which is pretty amazing.
Gotcha. That's cool.
But
Yeah,
Yeah, depends on how you look at it. Depends.
He doesn't get to the paint.
He doesn't actually break the 3-point line that often. So like it depends on how you look at it. Like he's shooting the 3 way better than he did in college. So yay. But he literally can't score inside the line. Nah. So it depends on how you look at it.
Yeah. For Fan Breezy's question, I think the wing scorer has been the most potent player to build around in terms of championships. When Giannis first showed up, Giannis was a 3, and then he put on 50 pounds and turned into a 4 and modernized the 4 position. But he was a wing and became the best transition player in the game. Him, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, you got wing scorers. Yes, Joel Embiid and Joker at the big spot. The big man has always been prevalent, but I think the wing spot is the spot that has been the most. Like, if you think about what was going on with the Golden State Warriors, as awesome as Curry was, you bring in Andrew Wiggins. I mean, I think he really helped what they were doing. But I'm not saying that they built around him, but I'm saying he really helped what they were doing. They really needed.
I didn't expect Wiggins to be there. I thought you were going to be like, they bring in KD. But he went to Wiggins.
KD, absolutely. They bring in KD, absolutely.
Wiggins, KD, Klay Thompson, Andre Iguodala.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the wing position has been the most important in terms of building around.
I mean, it depends on how you see a 6'8" point guard.
Don't forget Kawhi Leonard.
If he doesn't make it as a point guard, I think he's probably going to move to being a wing. Speaking of Diego Demon, of course.
I would expect him to be a wing.
You think he can play that position?
I think he could be the 3 once he puts on about 15 to 20 pounds. But here's the thing. When people show you who they are, believe them. This dude really had some struggles shooting from 3 at BYU last year. Really inconsistent. And he worked on it all offseason leading up into the draft. And the proof is in the pudding. He's shooting 40% from 3. And teams are guarding him. It's not like teams are just leaving him wide open. And he's getting it in a multitude of ways. So I got to say, I trust this dude to do whatever he wants to do at this point. He's gotten so much better over the last couple of years. So, and he's got a lot of – his passing is his greatest skill for sure. He's a very good passer. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he becomes.
Yo, I think we undervalue in the big man, especially the modern day center. It might not be how it used to be where, you sit on the block and your footwork and, dominance and your brute force takes over.
Is Giannis big?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
But I'm talking about even just moving forward. He's saying like, what's the best position? I still think it's center. And I think ultimately when we look back at the 20s, I think this is going to be labeled as a big man era, especially with what Wemby's about to be doing moving forward. So you got Giannis and Jokic, who up until all through the 2020s have been the top 2 players. And I mean, I know Shea has just now stepped in there. Luka kind of, he's in and out of that. But you got Giannis and Jokic, both have cleaned up championships. Let's not forget that this era was ushered in by Anthony Davis, who, power forward center. He won a championship.
So that's what's wrong with this era? Okay, got you.
And then Wemby moving forward, Wemby, Jokic, and Giannis, they're gonna dominate the rest of the era. We'll probably have some other bigs to step in too. I still think
you just named a bunch of bigs who play like wings.
Yep.
They're still bigs though. They're still centers.
But I think that shows how valued the wing skill set is, because
big.
At the end of the day, basketball is a game. Like, we can call it what we want. A game size is going to prevail. But if you can have the best case scenario is you probably have guard skill sets in really tall humans. That's the best case scenario. Yeah. And that's what you're getting with a lot of these big. Yeah, that's what you're getting with a lot of these big wings. It's like they have guard skills, they can dribble, pass, shoot, but they're really big. So I think it still shows that wing is probably the most like valuable, coveted skill set. It's just if you can get that skill set in a 7'2" human being, that's like the jackpot. But they're rare players. But when you have them, that's.
And to Mars's point, that's why small ball is becoming obsolete, because now you got big guys that do what the wings do. You got big guys who do what smaller guys do. So stuff like small ball, like what the Golden State Warriors are doing, you can't do that anymore, because my 6'10" guy does what your 6'5" guy does.
But like, forget about Shaq being 7'1" or whatever he was, Ewing being huge. Like, forget about these 7 foot plus guys. The vast majority of centers are like 6'10", and the vast majority of small forwards now are like 6'8" to 6'9". So it's like we're separating these positions of big and big wing by like two inches, maybe an inch. And we're not even thinking about the fact that some of these wings have like 7'3", 7'4" wingspans. Like OG Anunoby is a wing. Pascal Siakam is a big.
Yeah.
Watch them standing next to each other. Whose arms are longer? It's the same. They're the same. Scotty Barnes blocking Chet Holmgren. Chet Holmgren 7'1". Scotty's 6'8". Scotty got the same length arms. So I'm just saying, like I just think the line has been so blurred, and I do believe that this big wing is the most important because they can impact from different areas on the court. Whereas, like, if you're talking about strictly a big, like a Domantas Sabonis, I think that is maybe not the championship formula anymore.
Fair enough.
All right, the next super chat is from Fat Sertan. Fat Sertan said, "What's the coolest piece of memorabilia you guys own or owned?"
Vince Carter signed jersey.
I still got I got a Kevin Garnett wristband from 1998. I got some Shaq memorabilia. I got some practice stuff from when they won the championship in 2000, 2001. I got Cat's signed jersey from the year he made the All-Star team for the first time. I also got Larry Bird's signed jersey from when he was on that All-Star team that was with Magic Johnson. Yeah, I got that. So I had a couple things.
Mars?
I have nothing.
I got Scotty Barnes' rookie card.
I knew
Hold on to that,
Scotty Barnes fan.
Hold on to that. Yes, sir. Hold on to that.
Oh no, chill. I might want a bucket of extra crispy one of these days. You know.
Nah, don't do
that. I might need a 6-pack. You know,
I may hold on to that one, brother. Yo, I promise you that might be worth some bread one of these days. Mm-hmm.
Big Zod, Double O, JJ the GOAT Anime. It's a hell of a name. Said if the Thunder don't go out and get Trey Murphy, then the Sam Presti hype needs to die down. Their current shooters are shooting like Cheddar Bob.
What?
Did anyone get
8 Mile? Is that from 8 Mile?
That's an 8 Mile reference. Yes, it is.
Shout out Cheddar Bob, man.
They're shooting themselves in the net. Oh man, that's funny.
What would it take for the Thunder? The Thunder, they could get Trey Murphy.
The Pelicans said they're not trying to trade Trey Murphy. So we'll see.
And
that doesn't mean they're not, but we'll see.
All right, Brian Cook said Draymond said Derrick Rose is bigger in Chicago than Michael Jordan. What do you guys think, and how did you come to your conclusion?
I mean, it says a lot about your hometown hero. Like Derrick Rose is not just from Chicago. Like he's literally from there, grew up there, and to play for the Chicago Bulls and be the kind of player that we thought that he could be for a short while. It wasn't long, but for a short while that he could be. I mean, I think that says a lot when, you know, it's homegrown. As good as Jordan was, as awesome as Jordan was, and there's a statue of Jordan outside, but Derrick Rose is Chicago. Jordan ain't from there. Jordan just worked there. He lived there. Derrick Rose grew up there. He's one of them. And that's how they look at Derrick Rose.
What matters more? Like, is the fact that Derrick Rose is a bigger deal in Chicago that matters more, or is it the fact that Michael Jordan put on for Chicago more? Like he put the world onto Chicago. I'm not
He
saying
did put the
Chicago
world
wasn't
on
a
for him.
big city, but like you had kids at small pockets of the world in villages wearing Chicago jerseys. I'm sure at some point they pondered to think, where is Chicago? What is Chicago? What does it look like? I just think when a star player comes to your city and electrifies the league the way that MJ did and wins championships with with those colors, that city on the chest, that has to count for more than what D Rose is. Sorry to say.
I think this is a question for Chicagoans, not for people on the
Maybe
outside.
we should ask Hayes. We should ask Hayes next time.
Yeah, I think like we can have our thoughts, but I can't tell a Chicagoan was big in Chicago, and I've never been near Chicago.
This is like us debating like Shea versus Vince Carter for Toronto. You know what I mean?
Yo, I've talked to a lot of people from Chicago.
It actually wouldn't because
I've heard plenty of people from Chicago say Derrick Rose is bigger than Michael Jordan, and it sounds crazy, but it's not.
It would make sense. Like to Penn's point, I would argue like the jerseys worldwide, they're Bulls jersey. Like they said Chicago, but it's more MJ. I would say put on the Bulls, not Chicago. Does that make sense? Like they are the same thing, yeah. But MJ is the Bulls.
Okay, Mars.
Not Chicago. Derrick Rose is Chicago.
Those two things aren't the same thing.
They're the same because Chicago, the Bulls are in Chicago, yes, but it's not the same in terms of what it means to Chicago.
Jordan represents the Bulls more than Jordan represents the Bulls. Derrick Rose represents Chicago. Like, so when you go out in the world and you talk to people about Derrick Rose, it's not Derrick Rose just played for the Bulls. Derrick Rose is from Chicago and played for the Bulls. And I think that's the kind of pride that the people in Chicago take. Because like Mars, like you just said, like people, you'd get a better idea of it if you was from Chicago. Well, I mean, me being from Jersey, if there was a guy from Jersey City that played for the Nets, and the Nets won a bunch of NBA championships, but then there was a guy from Jersey, from a guy from that wasn't from Jersey, and then there was a guy from Jersey City, or a guy from Newark, or a guy from Newark, or wherever, and he put on for the New Jersey Nets, being from Jersey, he would definitely be a bigger deal than an outsider. Definitely, he would be.
Derrick Rose won no championships, and people are still saying this. Like that, the fact that it's even a conversation, and Derrick Rose made one conference finals. We could just call it like NBA success-wise, made one conference finals. The fact that it's even a conversation, and there are Chicagoans, to Ron's point, I don't know if Chicagoans is what they're called, but I'm gonna keep saying it. The fact that there are who will say Derrick Rose is the biggest name, biggest person from Chicago. That shows really like he transcends.
What if those people are just stupid? You ever think of that?
That's for saying what's big in their city.
When people come out of your city, they're more loved than the person that comes and plays for your professional franchise. For instance, Jamal Crawford is 1,000% more loved in Seattle than Gary Payton. Hell, it might sound crazy. No, Pink can't. He doesn't have a say in this matter. Like Pink can say that. I'm telling you, Jamal Crawford is more loved than Gary Payton. DeJounte Murray in Seattle is more loved than like
Dennis Johnson's of the world. And Dennis Johnson brought a championship to the Sonics.
Gary Payton, like Gary Payton's the most recent. Ray Allen, nope. Nate Robinson's more loved in Seattle than Ray Allen.
And think about that for a second, Penn. This was when he retired. He went down in history as the second greatest shooter in NBA history. He was in Seattle for 5 years, and Nate Robinson is a bigger deal than him.
A much bigger deal. Like, and even like Brandon Roy's a bigger deal than Sean Kemp will ever be in Seattle.
Now imagine if Brandon Roy played for the Sonics for as long as Sean Kemp did, and did what Sean Kemp did when they were retiring his jersey.
But this is like, these conversations always come down to like the subjective analysis. Like if I walk down to a random, I was going to say a random Seahawks game, right? And ask a random fan who just a sports fan in Seattle, who you care about more, Brandon Roy or Gary Payton? And he's over 40. I'm going to guarantee you right now, he's probably picking the dude that I'm saying here. But you, being a basketball player, you're going to talk about what's important to you. because that player represents a community that you're a part of. But the community you're a part of does not represent the entire city. It represents basketball players in. So what you're really saying is Brandon
Derrick
Roy is more
Rose hit
important
more than
to basketball players
Yes.
who play in Seattle, which I agree
Derrick
with.
Rose was more than basketball. That's the Michael Jordan was the basketball. Derrick Rose.
Michael Jordan was much
Chicago.
more than basketball, Mars.
But
For Chicago, well, I'm you know what, I'm in a different continent. I don't even know why I'm involved in the conversation. Chicagoans, leave a comment. Who's bigger? Like, I don't know why I'm even trying to argue. I'm about to argue what Chicagoans think about what's big in Chicago. I don't know. Maybe cool, whatever. Yeah, I don't know why I'm.
But Mars, you are onto something when it comes to that, because again, Jordan was in Chicago, and yes, he went to after-school programs, and he did show up to things like that. But Derrick Rose, he just played for the Bulls. He is Chicago. He just happened to play for the Chicago Bulls.
In 1984, when Michael Jordan was drafted to the Chicago Bulls, no one cared about the Chicago Bulls. People became Chicago Bulls fans because of Michael Jordan. So you're trying to tell me that a person who became a fan
fans,
listen to what you just said, though. Listen to what you just said, though.
Introduced me to basketball.
Right. And listen to what you just said. Like you just said, people cared about the Bulls. When Derrick Rose was in Chicago, Chicagoans became more of a big deal because of Derrick Rose, because he was from there. Chicago specifically. The fact that he's from Chicago, he's putting us on. He's one of us, as opposed to Jordan. Jordan was representing who the Bulls were, and that's that brand of basketball. It's the tough, blue collar, dirty work guy. Okay, that's what Jordan represented. Derrick Rose was actually that, because he's one of us.
Hey, Pin, who's bigger in Toronto? SGA or Vince Carter?
Vince Carter.
Now
bigger.
Now answer that question. If SGA would have played for the Toronto Raptors.
Totally different situation. Vince put this city on the map. Chill. They were burning his jerseys. They were booing him for 4 years. Chill.
Yes, sir. And if SGA played for
5
the
years,
Toronto
6 years.
Raptors,
Do you realize how long they booed Vince Carter? You don't boo someone that long unless you love the dude, yo. Mm-hmm. They booed him for like 7, 8, 9 years. He was an old man and they were still booing. They finally cheered for him when he played for the Memphis Grizzlies. It's crazy. I'm trying to say, like, I understand what you're saying with the SGA thing. The SGA thing is different, though. SGA has won championships. SGA is the best player in the league. Derrick Rose was never the best player in the league. Now, I understand, like, having talked to a lot of friends of mine, I do have friends in Chicago. I have friends who are in the inner city in Chicago. They love Derrick Rose. There's a lot of love for him as a person, right? And if you're just going to ask somebody that this dude that I love, who's from the same, place that I'm from, yeah, I'm going to take him over Michael Jordan to show him respect. But you don't really believe that. That's like me taking Scotty Barnes over Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in one of these drafts. I don't really believe that.
You going to tell them what they believe?
You believe that? Can you imagine that? Like
you're conflating really the basketball player with the person. You might like the guy more as a person, but Michael Jordan means more to your city. Come on, man. This is so crazy. You can like a player, you can like a person more, yo. There are people in Toronto who will try to tell you Kyle Lowry is more important to them than Vince Carter. Cool. They'll say Kyle Lowry's better. Kyle Lowry's the GOAT. Yeah, okay. We can say that. We can say he's the GOAT, but you don't really think he was a better player than Vince. You don't really think he was a better player than Kawhi. And you could say Derrick Rose means more to me being from Chicago because I'm, from Chicago and he made it out and he made it onto the world stage and he's one of us and I will never go against my own I get all that. I do. Believe me, I do get that. That's credo. That's whatever. But you don't really think he means more to your city. He didn't bring more dollars to your city. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, man, this is kind of crazy. Like, we're having this conversation. I get it. But Anthony Davis is also from Chicago. You know what I mean?
He didn't play for the Bulls, though. That's the difference.
So is Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so is Mark Aguirre.
So is Jabari Parker.
Mm-hmm.
There'll be people from Chicago in the comments. I'll read that comments and see what happens.
Yeah, Chicago, please let us know. And let us know how old you are in the comments, too, when you write this.
They're going to let you know, Pid. They for sure going to let you know. You actually might want to stay about these post comments. But either way it goes, Jason Tatum said, or Mark Stratum said this about Jason Tatum. Mark Stratum said, Jason Tatum is the type of man to rescue me from my evil night, graze my hips as he carries me to safety, then shoot a slam dunk, I would lock eyes with him and we would build a house with JB.
We got you, brother. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. We got you, my man. No doubt.
Hey, man.
Yep. Shout out.
All right. The next super chat is from Kareem Miles. Kareem said, what do y'all think some of the most overused / underused moves in basketball are? I think the step back is overused while the dream shake is underused.
Well, the step back is not underused. It's to create separation. I don't think you could use it enough. You can never stop trying to get separation from people when you got the basketball. So there's no reason to
They just be
not use
spamming that step back though.
Yeah, it works. It definitely works. So
Yeah,
in terms of
talk,
the jump hook,
final warning for you.
The jump hook is not used nearly as much as it should be. I don't think bigs go to the jump hook nearly as much as they could. That's because the big man is going the other way.
I'm there with you, Chill. That hook shot, I don't know why people don't go to that hook shot.
Because it's difficult.
It is not.
It's really not though. If y'all worked on it, the way they be shooting all them threes, if they were to work on shooting hooks,
that shit requires a lot of touch, man. That's not.
It does.
It does require a little bit of touch, but it's not more difficult than a three.
Yeah, but I would argue this big man shooting threes thing. Like most of that stuff a gimmick anyway. But like, it is what it is. But a hook. At the end of the day, the way the analytics are going to look at it is 2 points, and it's more difficult than a dunk. Like, it is what it is. But most of these big shooting threes, that shit don't move me. So,
yeah, I think the jump stop, and then I'm with Chill. Jump stop is a move that should
jump
be
stop.
More.
I agree. That's what I was going to say. The jump stop, yeah.
Especially jump stopping side to side too. Like if you go in this way and then jump stop. And you go horizontal from left to the right, that jump stop, that's damn near unstoppable.
That's something AJ go to a lot. To be fair, AJ go to his jump stop a lot, and then playing off two and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm. Artur Vieira said, "Hometown heroes are children of the entire city. MJ is obviously loved because of what he did. The point is, D Rose is the son of Chicago. Pin. They care for him. It's just that in all sports."
Cool.
Fair enough.
He was also an MVP.
By the way, the youngest MVP in NBA
he's the youngest. They drafted him number 1, and then 3 years later, he was the MVP of the NBA,
of the league.
Chill.
Being from Chicago,
you could speak to this too. The demographics these days, right? When we listen to people talking on YouTube comments or on X or whatever, it's a little bit younger. It's a little bit younger crowd. And I don't think a lot of these people actually watch Michael Jordan play. I think a lot of the people that are commenting either were very, very young when Michael Jordan was playing, like myself, or they simply missed it completely. And they're very, very loud. And everybody wants to say that what happened in my lifetime is better than what happened in your lifetime. Case in point.
No one's saying Derrick Rose is better than MJ. No one's saying that.
Mars, there's something like very universal where people want to say what is happening right here is the best night of my life. People want to say this is the best thing I've ever seen. People want that because they don't want to know that the best time already passed. They don't want to hear someone tell you that basketball is dead and basketball used to be better 35 years ago because they can't go back to that unless they were already there. So they want to hear them. This is the best thing. I'm trying to say Derrick Rose represents something to people who are under 30, under 35, under 40. I feel like if you ask people who are 50, you get a very different response. You ask people who are 45, you get a very different response.
If they're actually from Chicago, I don't know. Derrick Rose was a big deal.
Yes,
like when you you got to understand, like Derrick Rose was buzzing in Chicago in probably the early 2000s in middle school. He was remember he was the number 1 recruit in the nation. So they knew about him in Chicago when he was in middle school. And then when he got to high school, he was a huge deal. Us on the West Coast knew about him. I know you knew about him where you was at. Derrick Rose was a household name in Chicago by the time he was a sophomore. And he was known across the nation. Michael Jordan, everybody knows Michael Jordan. Obviously, Michael Jordan's Michael Jordan. But in Chicago, like your name in your city, when you're a protege like that, your name rings bells just a little different.
No, I get it. It's the identification of the demographic with the individual. I get it. Michael Jordan is not from Chicago. He's from the Carolinas or whatever. I get all of that. I guess what I'm saying is that there's a difference between I love this dude as a human being and what he represents versus this is a bigger deal from a basketball perspective. And I'm not saying better or worse. I'm just saying, what is your basketball impact? I'm not talking your sentiment.
But we're not talking basketball impact. That's not the question.
We're talking
The question
about
was who's bigger in Chicago?
Yeah, what the
not
as a basketball player.
Bigger.
Like who's a bigger deal in Chicago?
From basketball.
No,
it's just who's bigger in Chicago.
Who's a bigger deal in Chicago? Just so you know, as much as Jordan.
Who was better for basketball in Chicago? Like,
yeah, we ain't doing that. As much as Jordan.
No, anyone who answers Derrick Rose to the question is not trying to make the argument that Derrick Rose was a better basketball player.
No
one's trying to
do that at all. But just so you know, Penn, his money is no good anywhere he goes in Chicago. He ain't paying for a meal nowhere.
This is why I said, like, this is why
they go tax Jordan.
You should have just followed my standing. We're not the right people to be talking about this conversation. I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, no offense. I'm not putting myself in your bucket because I mean, I didn't live in Chicago, but I did live in New York when Michael Jordan was a big deal. I have friends in Chicago. It's not that far. We were seeing what was happening in America, yo. I was seeing.
My co-host on the Hoop Talk podcast is John D. He's from Chicago. I'm gonna ask him today. Hoop Talk podcast, 5 p.m.
And John D.
I know exactly what John D's gonna say.
I know what he's going to say. And then Penn's going to say it's because John D's young. Penn's going to say it's because John D's young. And then I'm going to ask John D, what do his parents feel? What do his grandparents feel? And if they answer a different thing, then Penn going to say, well, he knows other people from Chicago. So it doesn't matter. Like, it's what it is.
But now, Penn made a valid point, though. Like he said he from New York. He lives in Toronto. He basically live in Chicago too. It's the same thing, you know. Like he made a good point. So
like, no, I'm not gonna lie. When I went to Indianapolis, I flew over Chicago because in order to get to Indianapolis from New York, I flew over Chicago, and I just felt the MJ aura radiating in the plane. So actually, I changed my mind. I'm not gonna lie. Like you just felt it. The bold shine was just over the city.
How people feel. That note right there, Rob. I gotta bounce. Thank you very much, Miles. I appreciate you.
What I'm trying to say is how people feel. How people feel about a particular person comes back to the energy that person throws back to them too, right? So if Derrick Rose, obviously being from Chicago, is always putting on for the city, he's always showing up to events and stuff, people are gonna feel like, oh, look, we matter. And I think a lot of people in Chicago maybe are, quite gracious that somebody has stuck around, that they've stayed true to their roots. That is an emotional resonance. That could mean like, I love this dude. But y'all didn't say people in Chicago love Derrick Rose more than they love him. You said that he was bigger, and that's it's the verbiage that I have an issue with.
I definitely you can say they love him more. Loved. I said that was the word I kept saying. Yes, I kept saying he's more loved in Chicago than Jordan.
Okay, then I am totally off my rocker. My bad.
No, it's all good, Penn. I understood where you were coming from, but to Mars's point as well, that ball glare different though. Like when you flying over the city. All right, we got a couple more super chats, and then we're gonna get up out of here. Archer Vieira said, no one said Rose is better. Just talking emotional value from being from the city. P.S. Agree 100% with people having quote unquote what I witnessed is better mentality, Penn.
I agree with that as well. The second part, I agree with that point.
The Jonathan Frazier sent through a members chat and said 7 months, man. Appreciate all the laughter, fellas.
I don't think
we got you, Jonathan.
For much of that, so I'm not going to say you're welcome, but
we got you, man. Hey, 7 months ain't nothing. Wait for the next 7 months. Wait till we bring on this intern. It's really finna go up. Hank 2087 sent through a members chat. Been around for 28 months. Damn, Hank. Y'all ever seen Hank before? Where you been at the last 28 months, Hank? Either way, appreciate you tapping in, Hank. Hank said Jalen Tyson needs to be in MIP toss this season. Y'all agree?
They never give it to second-year players. Ever.
I don't remember the history of the award, but yeah, I like what Jalen Tyson been doing this. I like Jalen Tyson when he came in. I thought they got a really good one coming out of Cal, and then obviously he didn't like play a whole lot his rookie year, but this year
Would you?
I still think he can do more. Like he can do more with the ball in his hands. Like at Cal, if you watch him, he was like 6'5", 6'6", but he was like a combo guard with like real playmaking chops. Like I still feel like they haven't explored like the full extent of his game, which like makes sense. You got Donovan Mitchell in them, but like there's more to his game in my opinion. Jalen Tyson is nice.
7 gram swish said, was Draymond right about Mike and D Rose? Ben, you want to take this one?
I don't know what Draymond said.
The same thing that Ron was arguing for the last 20 minutes, the same thing the people in the chat been arguing, the same thing I've been saying, the exact same
Okay.
thing.
Draymond said Derrick Rose is bigger than Michael Jordan in Chicago.
Well, I got to tell you, in Toronto, Morris Peterson is more loved than Tracy McGrady. So he's bigger. So shout outs to Toronto. Mo Pete and JYD are bigger than Tracy McGrady in Toronto. Shout outs, man. Just don't get it. Like, what is the point?
It's Zamzay sent through a members chat and said, Brandon Miller FC, we up.
He playing really well recently. Shout out to Brandon Miller.
We got a couple new members. Eights became a member. Eyes became a new member. And then C Vamp D also became a new member. Shout out to Vamp. And we also have some Hall of Famers. I want to go ahead and shout them out because the Hall of Famers really hold us down. We appreciate all of our Hall of Famers, what you guys bring to the platform, how you guys keep the community engaged. And on top of that, I appreciate you guys' comments in our Telegram group chat. Hall of Famers, we got something special coming for y'all soon. I promise you we got something coming for you. However, the Hall of Famers are Kingster, Rob Dare, Teddy Hart, Spider Gang, DNE MLV, Drago FC, Small Boxes, Bulletproof, Cheese, Worldwide Mace Television, and Multi Kitty. Salute to all of you guys. We will see you guys soon. Also, Sports Pantheon tapped in with a members chat and said, congrats, Ron. We are back. Steve Hawks. Wow. Yes, we are indeed back.
Merry
Super Bowl is in a couple weeks. Yeah, Merry Christmas. The Super Bowl is in a couple weeks. I will be up here to just know we'll talk all about it. It might not be up here, but it might be on the press box. Y'all pull up tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. Sundays at 11 a.m. Eastern time. We about to get up out of here. Salute to everybody that tapped into the episode. Make sure to like the video. You guys know what time it is. Become a member. Subscribe. We're on TikTok. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We everywhere. Follow us across all platforms. If you're on Twitter, reshare the video, like the video. You guys already know all the stuff to do. Appreciate everybody and join Splash Sports' Point Streak Survivor. We'll see you in the winner's circle. Same time tomorrow, y'all. We out.